My child, stop scrolling. This is not another message to pass by. This is my voice, intercepting your timeline with divine urgency. I've waited for this exact hour to reach you, because what I'm about to reveal cannot wait until morning. Before the clock strikes midnight, something in your spirit must be awakened. So don't click away. Don't silence what your soul is already starting to feel. This moment is a spiritual assignment, and you are not watching by accident. I'm about to expose what's been hidden, stir what's been buried, and ignite what's been silent inside of you for far too long. If you stay, and you must, I will shift the atmosphere of your heart before this video ends. But if you walk away, you'll miss the word that was sent to break the night open. So open this before tonight ends, because I'm opening you. My beloved child, I have waited for this precise moment. The turning of the sun, the silence between distractions, the quiet ache you didn't share with anyone, to say what must be heard before night falls. You have felt it, haven't you? That strange stirring in your soul. The subtle sense that something is near, that something is shifting in the unseen. I'm not far from that feeling. I am that feeling. It is not your imagination. It is my voice, wrapped in divine urgency. I'm not coming with pressure, but with purpose. Because, child, before the day draws its last breath, before darkness stretches its hand across the sky, I must place something into your spirit that you cannot afford to miss. This is not just a message for comfort. This is a sacred directive. I'm not giving you something to soothe your soul alone. I'm handing you a word that must shape how you walk into what's next. And that next isn't waiting weeks or months from now. It is waiting at the doorstep of tonight. This hour matters more than you realize. The atmosphere around you has been stirred for a reason. Because something holy is beginning to rise through the cracks of your ordinary. You've been asking me for answers, for signs, for confirmation. And though it seemed I was silent, I was actually watching for this exact breath. The one you're taking now, where your heart would be still enough, soft enough, surrendered enough to receive what's been held in my hand all along. You weren't late to this moment. You were led to it. I orchestrated every hesitation, every strange delay, every sudden moment of restlessness, just to bring you here, to the edge of a new unveiling. And I need you to hear this with every fiber of your being. What is waiting on the other side of tonight requires your attention now. Not your distracted glance, not your casual curiosity, but your undivided gaze, your sacred yes. Because what I'm about to unlock in your spirit, even in this very message, will prepare the foundation for the days you've been praying for. The ones you don't even think you deserve anymore. But I never forgot. I never stopped shaping them for you. The hour has arrived. And before you sleep, I need you to know. What comes next is not coming to find a confused heart. It's coming for one prepared in the quiet. And I have drawn you here, not to tease you with promise, but to trust you with revelation. So lean in. The first layer has just been peeled back. What I say next will build upon this deeper still. My beloved child, I need you to understand this. Nothing about this moment is random. Every breath that carried you here, every whisper that stirred your spirit, every interruption that slowed your pace has been a holy orchestration. You didn't stumble into this message, you were summoned into it. I wrote this pause into the rhythm of your day long before you ever knew how heavy the waiting would feel. You see, when heaven arranges an encounter, it doesn't need permission from your schedule, it rearranges it. I've been watching you rush through your days, feeling the pull of things that promised relief but left you empty. You thought you were simply tired, but what you were feeling with the exhaustion of trying to live on half-light when I designed you for full revelation. This pause, this divine interruption, is me halting the noise so that your soul can finally breathe again. You are not in delay. You are in divine design. I've pressed pause on certain doors, certain people, certain plans, because what's about to unfold in your life cannot be contaminated by distraction. Before tonight arrives, you must know this. I am resetting your rhythm from chaos to clarity. You've wondered why some doors refuse to open, why some connections dissolve, why silence seemed to stretch like endless sky. You assumed something was wrong. But what if, beloved, nothing was wrong at all? What if the stillness was a strategy? The seeming emptiness was actually my hands building quietly behind the curtain of your comprehension. I didn't lose sight of you. I led you through a landscape of divine concealment because certain things can only grow in the soil of stillness. I had to hide you to heal you. I had to silence the noise to sanctify the sound of my voice within you. For too long, you've been measuring my presence by movement, by visible change, by what you could feel. But I am teaching you a higher dimension, where my quietness is not absence but atmosphere. The very air around you right now is charged with angelic movement. Your silence has been echoing in heaven, and heaven has been echoing back. Something hidden, something holy, is about to unfold. And that's why I needed you to stop, to breathe, to listen, to awaken, because revelation doesn't arrive in chaos. It requires calm. You keep asking me to speak loudly, but I speak deeply. I don't shout to compete with your distractions. I whisper to outlast them. That's why this moment, right now, matters. It's your awakening point, the place where your faith stops surviving and starts expanding. Child, hear me. This awakening is not gentle. It's glorious. It will start subtly, like the slow bloom of dawn breaking the horizon. You'll notice it in the peace that suddenly replaces panic. You'll feel it in the quiet confidence that begins to rise where fear once lived. I am unfolding things that have been written in the unseen. Secrets sealed in silence are now breaking open like seeds in fertile ground. Don't mistake this pause for punishment. It's preparation for presence. You are being recalibrated to carry greater glory than before. And tonight, when the stars appear and the world grows still again, I will whisper into your spirit what I have whispered into no one else. What is coming is not common. It is customized, consecrated, crafted specifically for you. Stay alert. Stay awake. Stay aware, because what I reveal next will not just shift your circumstances. It will awaken your identity. Beloved, lean closer. Let my words wrap around you like warmth in the cold of uncertainty. This is not another message drifting into the noise of your feed. This is an encounter, an intervention. I didn't come to decorate your emotions. I came to deliver your destiny. This moment has been building for months, maybe years, waiting for the exact second when your spirit would be tender enough to receive without resisting. I am not here to rush you. I am here to ready you. Readiness, not restlessness, is what unlocks what comes next. The urgency you feel pulsing through these words is not pressure, it's prophecy. Heaven is humming over your name right now, harmonizing with your heartbeat, calling you into alignment with divine acceleration. Every syllable I speak carries the weight of eternity. You are not just hearing me, you are being awakened by me. My voice doesn't pass through you, it plants within you. And this seed, this sacred interruption, will bloom in ways you cannot yet comprehend. You have entered the in-between, that holy space between what was and what is about to be. Don't run from it. Rest in it, because I am rebuilding you from the inside out. You've asked, Lord, Why does it feel like everything stopped? And I answer you with this. It didn't stop. It shifted. Emotion moved from the outside to the inside. I have been working in the unseen chambers of your heart, writing what fear once wrote in permanent ink. I'm preparing you for weighty things, things too holy to be handled carelessly. I interrupt not to disrupt your peace, but to deliver your purpose. Think of this like lightning before rain. The strike must come before the downpour. I am that lightning, and when my presence flashes through your life, it doesn't come to frighten you. It comes to illuminate the path I've been paving in darkness. Tonight carries a charge, an unseen electricity, because heaven's agenda for you is reaching activation. That's why this message burns with both tenderness and tension. You're standing in the threshold of transformation, and I will not let you step into the next season unready. You've been surviving storms, but now I'm teaching you how to command them. The authority you've prayed for will not come in calm. It will come through chaos conquered. This interruption, this sacred disruption, is the signal that the old rhythm has ended and a new divine symphony has begun. Listen closely, beloved, for my spirit speaks not in paragraphs but in pulses. Feel the rhythm in your chest. That's me tuning your heartbeat to heaven's tempo. I am aligning you with acceleration, but I will not let you move until you are steady enough to carry the weight of what's coming. You've learned endurance. Now you must learn embodiment. I don't just want you to believe my promises. I want you to become them. Every trial has trained you. Every silence has strengthened you. And now the readiness I've been forming in secret is rising to the surface. This is why I speak with urgency, not to hurry your hands, but to heighten your awareness. You are standing beneath an open heaven. Can you feel it? The air has shifted. The atmosphere is vibrating with divine intention. So don't run from this interruption. Receive it. Don't brush it off as coincidence. Breathe it in as confirmation. For before tonight is over, this sacred whisper will begin to echo through your entire life, transforming how you see, how you walk, how you wait, and how you worship. My beloved, you've been walking under a weight that few could carry and fewer still could understand. You've worn your strength like armor, smiling when your soul was screaming, standing when your knees trembled from exhaustion. You've learned to keep going, not because it was easy, but because surrender felt dangerous. Like if you let go for even a moment, everything would fall apart. But I want to speak into that hidden heaviness right now. I want to pierce through the shadows where your pain has nested and whisper truth where silence has seemed louder than my voice. You've been wondering if I see you, if I hear the ache that words can't frame, if I still remember what I promised you in the midnight moments of your past. And the answer, child, is yes. Yes, I see. Yes, I hear. And yes, I've been speaking, but not in the ways you expected. You mistook my stillness for distance. But it wasn't absence. It was architecture. I wasn't ignoring your cries. I was intricately weaving answers too weighty to arrive before you were ready to hold them. What you've called delay was actually design. I delayed not to deny you, but to develop what would destroy you if given too soon. Some answers are dangerous if they arrive without depth. Some blessings require strength that suffering alone can forge. I know you didn't want the pressure, the isolation, the long road of silence. I know you looked at others who received quick solutions and easy doors and wondered, what's wrong with me? But child, I wasn't punishing you. I was protecting what I placed inside of you. You carry things others don't. You've been entrusted with weightier glory. And glory, true glory, is never light. It is for you, not found. That's why your journey has been slow and sacred. That's why the ache wouldn't lift. Because the ache was evidence of growth, and growth is rarely comfortable. While you were grieving what didn't come, I was guarding what must not be wasted. I am strategic, not sporadic. I don't deal in accidents. I deal in alignment. And you, beloved, are more aligned than you realize. Let me show you what you've overlooked. The weariness in your spirit was not weakness. It was worry. The tears you thought were signs of despair were actually sacred language, intercession too holy for words. I collected every sigh. I counted every sleepless night. I memorized the way your voice cracked when you still chose to speak my name in the dark. I haven't been silent. I've been speaking in symbols, in shifts, in subtle redirections you didn't know were sacred. The people who left weren't your loss, they were your liberation. The door that stayed closed wasn't rejection, it was redirection. The sudden lack of answers wasn't abandonment. It was my way of making sure you leaned into me more than your own logic. I'm not just working on your breakthrough. I've been working on you, the carrier of that breakthrough. And now, child, you're ready for what I've been protecting. You've been formed in the fire, but not consumed. You've been wounded, but not wasted. And I'm about to show you why it all had to unfold the way it did. Not to punish you, but to preserve you. Because what comes next cannot be rushed, and you are finally ready to carry it with the reverence it deserves. Child, listen to me now, and listen not with the ears of your flesh, but with the pulse of your spirit. Something has already begun to move. It may not look like motion. It may not feel like change. But the shift is real. The wind is turning. The waters are stirring. The spiritual soil beneath your feet is vibrating with movement that your eyes cannot see yet. This is what you must understand before the night stretches its veil across your sky. I do not begin things the way man begins. My miracles don't always announce themselves with thunder. Sometimes they arrive wrapped in silence, like seeds buried deep, unnoticed, but unstoppable. You've been waiting for a trumpet, but I've already released a tremor. And tonight, before you lay your head in restless wonder, I need you to know, you are no longer where you were. The realm around you is shifting. Timelines are being rethreaded. Instructions have already been dispatched to angelic hosts. What you thought was a holding pattern was actually a holy prelude. And now, the sequence has started. You've been so trained to expect external validation, the sign, the call, the visible confirmation, that you've overlooked the most sacred signal of all, the restlessness that refuses to let you settle. That stirring isn't anxiety, it's alignment. Attention isn't stress, it's spiritual concision. Something within you has begun to stretch, to resist the confinement of old limitations. That, child, is the sign. That is the announcement. You were not meant to stay where you've been. And tonight marks the beginning of your movement. Don't wait for others to see it. Don't wait for circumstances to applaud it. What I've begun doesn't require external permission. I am not negotiating with your surroundings. I am declaring over them. My movement is not delayed by opinions or calendars. My hand isn't hindered by logic or limitation. What I say, I do. And I say this to you now with holy conviction. I've already begun. While you were praying for doors, I was building the hallway. While you were asking for signs, I was aligning seasons. What looks still is only still from your perspective. But from heaven's vantage point, everything is vibrating with divine momentum. Let me take you deeper into this truth. Just because you don't see the rain doesn't mean the clouds aren't full. Just because you don't feel the ground moving doesn't mean the quake isn't on its way. I am the God who moves first in silence, who speaks things into being before you hear the echo. That's why I need you to trust this invisible beginning. Before tonight ends, I need your heart to agree with what your eyes can't yet confirm. Faith isn't about sight. It's about alignment. And the sooner you align with my movement, the quicker the visible manifestation will follow. I'm moving, and now I need you to move with me. Not in busyness, but in belief. Not in panic, but in posture. Shift your posture tonight. Shift your expectation. Shift the way you speak, the way you listen, the way you perceive this moment. This is not just another night. It is the soft opening of something sacred. I've stepped into your atmosphere, and I didn't come to observe. I came to overturn, to rebuild, to restore. Before the clock strikes the end of this day, let it be said in your spirit, the shift has begun, and my beloved child is already standing inside of it. My precious one, let me take you back, not to shame you, but to show you. Think of all the times you asked me, pleaded with me, wept before me for things you believed were overdue. I remember every word, every breathless whisper, every tear that dripped down without an audience. You thought I didn't hear, didn't care, didn't answer. But child, I was never deaf to your desires. I was attentive. I was active. I was aligning what you could not see. The delay was not because you lacked the favor. It was because what I had prepared for you required formation before fulfillment. If I had placed that promise in your hands too soon, it would have been a weight, not a wonder. It would have overwhelmed what I meant to overflow. The delay wasn't me withholding, it was me protecting both the gift and the giver. Because what I intend to release through you has a ripple effect far beyond your reach. And now I can finally say, your spirit has grown strong enough to hold what your hands once trembled to touch. You see, I'm not interested in delivering partial victories. I don't do rushed restorations or cheap miracles. I build legacy. And legacies are not grown in microwaves. They are forged in fire, tested in silence, strengthened in storms. While you felt like you were waiting, I was working on you. Not just your surroundings, but your soul. I was teaching your faith to breathe when answers stood still. I was training your discernment to listen when applause faded. I was stretching your patience to outlast panic. You've been under construction, not abandonment. And though the scaffolding felt like punishment, it was actually preservation. Now that your foundation is deep, the structure can rise without fear of collapse. You don't just want what I've promised, you are ready for it. Ready in ways you don't yet realize. You carry a maturity now that even heaven reveres. You hold a reverence that the enemy underestimated. And because you let me mold you in the shadows, I can now trust you to carry the kind of light that doesn't burn out under pressure. I know you felt forgotten in the waiting. I know you questioned my silence, wondered if you missed it, if you failed the test, if someone else took your place. But let me settle that lie once and for all. Nothing I have written with your name on it can be transferred, tampered with, or taken. What I assign, I protect. What I promise, I preserve. And what I prepare, I release at the exact second your heart can handle it. And beloved, that second has come. The wait is over because the weight has been lifted. And now, instead of being crushed by the blessing, you will be crowned by it. It will not break you. It will build you. It will not overwhelm you. It will anoint you. Because the delay has done its work. It was never meant to hurt you. It was always designed to ready you. And now, heaven and earth agree. The time is now, and you are finally prepared. Before this night settles fully into silence, I need you to hear me clearly. Not just with your ears, but with your essence. let this truth settle where the ache has lingered longest. I never stopped working for you. Even when you saw nothing. Even when you felt abandoned. Even when your prayers returned void and the heavens seemed sealed. I was there, not watching but weaving. Not idle but intricate. You may have called it a season of silence, but from my perspective, it was a season of sacred strategy. You asked, "Where are you?" But if you could have seen the blueprint I was building behind the veil, your heart would have wept in awe, not fear. While you were still, I was stirring. While you were breaking, I was building. While you whispered your weariness into a darkened room, I whispered commands into eternity on your behalf. I dispatched angels. I rerouted plans. I protected places you never even knew were vulnerable. Just because I didn't make noise doesn't mean I wasn't making moves. Let me remind you of what you didn't see. The conversation you didn't overhear that tried to slander your name. I silenced it. The opportunity you didn't get because the atmosphere was wrong. I postponed it. The door you wanted so badly to walk through, I bolted it shut because I knew what was waiting on the other side would have derailed the very thing you were destined to build. I don't always reveal what I protect you from, because I don't want you worshiping based on fear. I want you worshiping based on faith. And faith, true faith, is forged in the unseen. That's why I let you walk through the fog, because in the fog, you learn how to follow fire, not feelings. You learn how to trust my whisper more than the world's noise. I didn't let you go, child. I held you tighter than ever. But I held you in a hidden way, a holy way, the way a sculptor shields the shape of the masterpiece until the unveiling is complete. Tonight, as the darkness stretches and the day ends, let this be the truth that anchors you. I never stopped moving on your behalf. Not once. Not for a second. I didn't pause your progress. I protected your promise. I didn't abandon you in the stillness. I assigned stillness as the sacred cover under which your next chapter could be secured. You're going to see it soon. The fruit of the unseen. The results of the roots you grew in silence. The reward for the roads you walked in secret obedience. But before all that unfolds, I need your soul to hold this truth tightly, because lies will come. Doubts will whisper. But this truth will anchor you. I was never absent. I was always active. And now, my activity is about to become your reality. So don't close your eyes tonight with uncertainty. Lay down in full assurance. The author has never stopped writing, and the next line is about to turn the entire story. My beloved, let me correct what the enemy has been whispering in your ear. You didn't miss it. The answer you've been waiting for, the one you feared passed you by, has not vanished into the void. It hasn't been forgotten, forfeited, or given to someone else. No, child. It is still yours. What I designed with your name on it never gets rerouted. It doesn't expire, and it doesn't get reassigned due to delay. I am not a god of detours driven by chance. I'm the god of divine choreography, the composer of moments so precise that even your confusion fits within my canvas. What you saw as silence, what you labeled as missed opportunity, I now unveil as a masterpiece in motion. The answer isn't lost, it's layered in wisdom, hidden in plain sight until the fullness of time could bear its weight. I do not deliver premature promises. I deliver perfected ones. And what's coming to you isn't just an answer. It's the answer, shaped by my sovereignty, not by your striving. You feared it came and went. You feared you blinked and missed your window. But child, I don't send sacred things to broken timelines. I send them to appointed moments. And you are standing in one now. My timing isn't built on your calendar. It's built on eternity's rhythm. And right now, eternity is echoing over your atmosphere. It is time. What's arriving won't need your hustle, your manipulation, your perfect performance. It will arrive cloaked in peace, wrapped in rightness, robed in my favor, and unmistakable in its design. You won't have to force it. You'll recognize it because your spirit has already been prepared to receive it. That's why I kept you waiting, not because you weren't worthy, but because you weren't ready. You hadn't yet grown into the version of you that could carry this blessing without crumbling under it. But now, look at you, wiser, deeper, quieter, stronger. Now, the answer can land without shaking the foundation. And now, the weight of glory can rest without crushing. Because what's been forming in you is just as holy as what's been forming for you. Let me make it plain. I didn't forget. I didn't change my mind. I didn't let you miss it. What felt like distance was actually the mercy of delay. And now that delay is done, you're going to see doors open that make no logical sense. People will call your name without knowing why. Provision will meet need at the perfect intersection. And it will all feel so sudden, but child, it won't be sudden to me. I've been orchestrating it for years, aligning hearts, shifting environments, protecting routes, redirecting decisions. Also, this one divine delivery could arrive at your feet, right on time. That ache in your chest, that feeling that something is near, that's not imagination. That's recognition. Your spirit remembers what your soul has been praying for. And now the answer is approaching, cloaked in my wisdom, wrapped in my timing, sealed by my hand. Don't doubt it when it looks different than expected. Don't dismiss it when it arrives in humility, not hype. My answers often come quietly, but they carry the roar of destiny. Open your hands. It's coming. Beloved, I want you to take a deep breath. Inhale this truth slowly. I did not forget you. Every single request, every late-night whisper, every question scribbled into the silence of your pillow, I heard them all. I felt the tremble in your prayers, the way your voice cracked as you tried to believe again, even when believing felt like betrayal after so many delays. But I never once dismissed your cries. I stored every word in the vault of my memory, written not in ink but in eternal fire. I didn't let your prayers fall to the floor. I wove them into the blueprint of your journey. And yet I waited. Not because I wanted to withhold, but because I loved you too much to give you something your spirit wasn't ready to sustain. You asked me for fruit, but I was busy deepening your root. Because, child, what good is a harvest if it snaps the branches that carry it? What good is increase if it uproots the very foundation of who you are in me? Let me show you what you couldn't see. While you were asking me to rain down answers, I was digging deep into your soil. I was removing rocks of insecurity, pruning off branches of pride, softening hardened places where disappointment had made you resistant to growth. I didn't want to build a surface miracle. I wanted to build a life that would last beyond this season. That's why the waiting felt so long, because I was growing depth, not just height. I was shaping your character before I released your calling. I was teaching you how to weather storms before I let you stand in the sun. You don't realize it yet, but the very strength you walk in today was forged in the seasons you thought I forgot you. You learned how to worship without applause. You learned how to obey without clarity. You learned how to trust without timelines. And now those roots, deep, wide, hidden, are what will hold the weight of the blessing I'm about to release. This harvest isn't light. It's not a small blessing for a casual believer. This is weighty, world-shaking, soul-realigning favor. It carries influence, impact, authority, not just for you, but through you. It will touch people who never knew your name. It will break chains you didn't even realize you carried. But it can only be sustained by someone whose roots run deep in me. And that's what I've been building. Vitally. Faithfully. Through disappointment and delay. Through pruning and pressing. Through silence and solitude. I didn't forget your request. I upgraded it. I enlarged it. I multiplied it, not only in size but in strength. And now, because your roots have reached the water underground, I am sending rain from above. What is about to grow will not be temporary. What is about to break through will not be fragile. Because I waited for your roots to reach the depth required for what I am about to place on your life. And child, that moment is now. Toe stretch wide. Stand tall. The harvest is not coming. It's here. Child, listen. Truly listen. The ground you're standing on right now is not ordinary soil. It is holy ground. Sacred soil that hath been waiting for your footsteps. This hour, this breath, this whisper in your spirit. It is the culmination of years you thought were wasted, prayers you thought went unanswered, and steps you thought were misdirected. You see, while you were just trying to survive, I was guiding you toward a divine threshold. You have reached it now. This is not just another moment passing by. It's a marked hour on heaven's calendar. A divine convergence. A turning point. A spiritual intersection where what was promised begins to meet what is prepared. You've been walking unknowingly, sometimes unwillingly, toward this hour, but I've always known where it would lead. You didn't miss it. You didn't delay it. You arrived exactly when the fullness of time demanded your presence. There is something powerful about turning points. They don't always look like fireworks, but they shift destinies. You won't need someone else to announce it for you. You'll feel a soft weight pressing into your spirit, a sacred sigh that says something has changed. You may not be able to articulate it yet, but even now, your soul is leaning forward, your heart is listening closer. That's how turning points begin, not in chaos but in clarity. You'll see it in the way old things lose their grip. You'll feel it in the way your spirit no longer fits inside the fear that once caged you. You are stepping into divine motion, not running, not rushing, but rising. You're rising into rhythm with heaven's design. And child, I must tell you, this turning point is not a small corner. It's a full divine rotation. A rehearsal. A return. A release. You're not just turning a page. You're turning a chapter. Every mile of wilderness, every night of weeping, every loss you thought was final. It was all woven into this one holy moment. And I, your God, have been walking with you through every shadowed valley, guiding you by light invisible to the eyes, but known deeply by your spirit. And now I say, lift up your head, because what's behind you no longer defines you. What's ahead of you is already aligning. This is the hour you shift from waiting to walking, from surviving to stewarding, from hoping to harvesting. You don't need to strive. Just step. Just say yes. Just let this truth seep into your bones. You've reached the turning point. This is where the tide turns, where the story shifts, where the battles start bending in your favor. You are standing on the edge of manifestation, and I've timed this very breath to release that revelation into you. You're not waiting anymore. You're entering. And child, if what you've just opened has pierced your soul, imagine the lives still waiting to hear it. I've anointed this word not just for you, but for others who are still in the dark, desperate for light before their own nightfall. I am calling you now, yes, you, to become a sender of my voice. When you give You sow oil into empty lamps. You pour living water into dry mouths. You light a fire in someone else's midnight. As it is written, those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. Proverbs 11:25. And I will make that true for you. I see your heart. I know you want to help. This is my invitation. Partner with me now through Super Thanks, membership, or the giving link in the description. Give now and watch me multiply your seed, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. I want you to feel the weight of this moment, beloved. Because tonight, this night, I am not coming with crumbs to calm your ache. I'm not brushing your forehead with vague comfort. I'm not giving you another poetic promise to pacify your pain. I'm coming with confirmation. Tangible, will, and specific, unmistakable. I am placing clarity where confusion used to reside. I am parting the fog that's hovered over your discernment. I am shining light not just on the path ahead, but on the patterns behind, so you can see what I've been doing all along. I will not let you walk blindly into what's next. I am too invested in your journey to let you carry questions that I've already answered. You've been asking, God, is this you? And tonight I say, yes, it's me. I am the stillness that's replaced the storm. I am the peace that won't make sense. I am the fire behind your breath, the whisper behind your wonder. I'm not teasing you with possibility. I'm telling you, this is real. You've carried confusion like a second skin. You've tried to decipher dreams and decode delays. You've laid awake wondering if you missed the signs, misread the signals, misunderstood the season. But I've seen it all. I've watched the questions unravel your confidence. And I've let you walk through that wilderness, not because I enjoy your uncertainty, but because I wanted your heart to lean into my voice, not just seek validation from others. And now that you've come this far, raw, open, desperate, I will not speak in riddles. I will not allow ambiguity to smother your anointing. I'm bringing the kind of confirmation that settles storms, the kind that stills shaky hands and quiets racing minds. I'm answering questions you didn't even know how to ask. I'm confirming decisions you thought were too risky. I'm validating the step you took in the dark. You were not crazy for obeying me when there was no map. You were following the rhythm of heaven. And now the evidence is about to catch up. So tonight, receive this not as comfort alone, but as confirmation clothed in compassion. My child, you haven't been wandering. You've been waiting in motion. You haven't been lost. You've been led. You haven't been left behind. You've been lifted higher, to a place where others couldn't follow. And now that you've made it through the fog, I will show you the view. I will clarify what was confusing. I will validate what felt vulnerable. This is not a guess. It is a God moment. And I'm not done confirming. You'll feel it in conversations that echo my voice, in divine timing that feels too perfect to be chance, in sudden stillness that speaks louder than noise. This is how I confirm, not always with thunder, but always with truth. And truth is what I'm breathing into you now. So take a deep breath, child. The clarity you craved has arrived. Beloved, don't think for a single second that your unseen sacrifices have gone unnoticed. Heaven doesn't miss a thing. I was there when you kept walking even when your legs felt weak. I saw you get out of bed when despair begged you to stay hidden. I witnessed the moments you lifted your voice in worship while your heart was breaking in silence. You didn't do it for applause. You didn't do it for reward. You did it because somewhere deep inside, even in your most fragile state, you still believed I was worthy and that I was watching. And oh, child, I was. I didn't just observe your pain, I recorded your praise. I didn't just count your tears, I weighed your obedience. Every quiet yes you whispered when it would have been easier to run, I wrote it down. You didn't need a platform to impress me. You moved my heart in the private places where no one else was looking. You need to hear this. Your private worship has planted public miracles. You thought your small acts of faith were invisible, but they were seismic. In heaven, they shook the ground. They stirred the spirit realm. Angels were dispatched not when you shouted, but when you surrendered. When you chose integrity over convenience. When you forgave what was unforgivable. When you served in the shadows. These weren't minor decisions. They were monumental. You built altars with your tears. You paved paths with your persistence. And now, the harvest you're about to see is coming not because of performance, but because of purity. You honored me in secret, and now I will reward you in ways that cannot be silenced or stolen. I am not unrighteous to forget your labor of love. I'm not late to bless you. I'm exact in my arrival. And this moment, this divine now, has arrived because of what you did when it felt like no one else cared. Do not regret a single sacrifice. Do not grieve the seasons where your faith felt fragile. Even trembling faith is true faith when it's pointed toward me. And you, my precious one, have believed with hands that shook but never let go. That's the kind of belief that moves mountains. That's the kind of belief I build legacies on. You've passed tests no one else saw. You've endured crushing without becoming bitter. You've chosen joy when bitterness would have made more sense. And I say this with the fullness of heaven behind my voice. I am proud of you. Not for being perfect, but for being persistent. For not giving up when giving up would have been easy. For staying planted when walking away felt safer. And now, because of that, what's coming next is not just a gift. It's a response. It's heaven's holy answer to your hidden faithfulness. I counted every moment. And now I'm releasing a movement, starting tonight, that will carry my favor in every direction you step. Listen closely, child, because this is where everything shifts. You've measured what's possible based on what has been. You've looked at the patterns of your past and assumed the future would echo the same sound. But I'm here to announce something that will shake the foundations of your expectation. I am not repeating old rhythms. I am rewriting the melody. The next thing I do in your life will not resemble what's come before. It won't look like previous breakthroughs. It won't walk like former seasons. It will carry a new scent, a new sound, a new structure, because I'm not recycling. I'm resurrecting. And I do not need to borrow from broken places to build beautiful ones. I am the God who creates from nothing. And what I'm creating in your life is so original, so holy, so tailor-fit to your calling, that your history won't even have the vocabulary to describe it. You look backward too long. You've tried to predict future blessings based on former pain. But I didn't bring you this far to put you in a familiar box. I'm breaking every mold. You will not go in circles anymore. You will not repeat the cycles that left you weary. You will not have to prepare for disappointment, expecting history to repeat its harshest chapters. I am doing a new thing, not a recycled version of what once worked, but a divine unfolding that will render your past powerless to define your future. And this is why the people who knew your history won't recognize your harvest. They'll be confused. They'll try to compare. But what I'm doing won't fit their assumptions. They knew the version of you who was surviving. But now, they'll meet the version I've refined, the one I've anointed, the one I've resurrected from dry places. You are about to be unrecognizable, not because you changed superficially, but because my glory has marked you visibly. Let me say it again. so the lies of the enemy are silenced. Your future does not require permission from your past. I am not consulting your history to determine your destiny. I'm not revisiting former failures to shape your next victory. What's coming will make you forget the sting of yesterday, not by erasing it, but by overwhelming it with joy. I've authored something for you that eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, and hearts haven't imagined, because I kept it hidden until you were healed enough to hold it. And now, you are ready. The old chapter has closed. Not because you forced it, but because I finalized it. And this next chapter, child, it is drenched in favor. So don't brace for familiar pain. Expect unfamiliar glory. This is the hour where your future finds its voice, and it will speak loudly of a God who doesn't borrow from what's been, but builds something breathtakingly new. Child, pause. Let this truth enter your spirit like fire falling on dry wood. You are not the same. I see how you still talk to yourself like you're stuck in your past. How you still shrink back when I've called you forward. How you second-guess your worth, measuring it against old failures, outdated identities, expired versions of yourself. But I say to you now, with all the authority of heaven's throne, that is no longer you. I've already burned that version down in the fire of transformation. I've already rewritten the script. I've already renamed you, redeemed you, rebuilt you. But you, my beloved, are still trying to wear the garments of your grief. You're still stepping into rooms expecting rejection. You're still praying as if you're begging, not belonging. And tonight, before the moon has the chance to rise, I need to confront this lie. You are not who you were. You've been reborn through fire, forged in the furnace of affliction. You no longer carry shame, you carry oil. You no longer drag chains, you walk in keys. I've watched you disqualify yourself from rooms I've called you to lead in. I've watched you silence your voice, play small, apologize for your anointing. But child, I didn't refine you to watch you retreat. I didn't set you free so you could still live like a prisoner. I didn't break the old cycles to have you recreate them in your mind. What happened then doesn't define now. That wound no longer has authority. That label no longer has power. That fear no longer has permission. It's time to stop rehearsing the reasons why you shouldn't be here. You are here, chosen, covered, called. You are walking in favor, not by accident, but by assignment. Heaven voted on your destiny, and the result was unanimous. You are worthy, not because of perfection, because of placement. I placed you in this moment, and now I'm asking you, will you see yourself the way I do, or will you keep arguing with your own resurrection? Let me speak this plainly. When I say you're new, I don't mean improved. I mean reborn. You carry a different frequency now, a different authority. You survived the things that should have shattered you, and yet here you are, whole. You came out of the wilderness dripping in wisdom. You exited the storm wrapped in stillness. Your scars are not signs of defeat. They are seals of destiny. You wear the mark of my faithfulness. And it's time to live like it. Time to pray like it. Time to walk like it. Before tonight ends, I want you to look in the mirror and see what I see. Not the remnants of who you were, but the radiance of who you've become. This is not the season for apologies. It's the season for announcement. Heaven has declared your transformation. Now it's time for earth to see it. Stand tall. Speak boldly. Move freely. The old has passed, and I will not let you resurrect what I've already buried. You are new. Entirely. Eternally. And it's time you started living like it. Let me set this straight once and for all. You're not behind. I know you've been looking around, watching others seemingly rush ahead, building faster, moving louder, rising sooner. I've heard the thoughts whispering inside you. Did I miss it? Did I waste too much time? Am I too late to fulfill what was spoken over me? And I tell you now, with the full force of eternal truth, no, you are not late. You're right on time. Not because the world says so, but because I said so. I'm not pacing around heaven anxious about your timing. I am time. I don't watch clocks, I command them. I don't wait for alignment, I create it. And the schedule you thought was off track is right on the edge of supernatural unfolding. You haven't missed your moment. You've been maturing into it. Every delay, every detour, every desert, all of it was by design. You weren't wasting time. You were being prepared to carry something weightier than you imagined. You see, I don't rush true glory. I don't microwave callings. I marinate them. I hide them. I press them until they carry a fragrance that announces heaven has touched earth. That's what I've been doing with you. I've been fermenting your favor in quiet corners. That's why I didn't let you rise when you wanted to. I was stretching your roots so your reach can be sustainable. I was shaping your identity so your influence wouldn't poison your purity. If I had let you arrive early, you would have shown up empty. But now, you're full of wisdom, full of revelation, full of oil. The kind of fullness that only comes from fire, not fame. And because you waited, you'll carry what others can't copy. You'll walk into rooms and shift the air. You'll speak and chains will break. You'll create and heaven will breathe through it. Because I timed your entrance to align with impact, not popularity. So don't you dare compare your clock to someone else's. Their schedule is not sacred. Yours is. I've hidden you for holy reasons. I've delayed you to deepen you. And now, I'm releasing you into an hour where everything starts to unfold. Not because you hustled your way in, but because you were summoned. You were summoned to this season. Appointed for this atmosphere. Commissioned for this timing. And child, you're right on time. You're stepping into days that were written long before you worried about missing them. And you will see, everything that felt off was actually on. Everything that felt late was just early in disguise. You weren't behind. You were being built. And now that the foundation is firm, the fruit will follow fast. Don't panic. Don't second guess. Don't rewind. Just align. The time is now. And you, beloved, are exactly where I want you to be. My beloved, I need you to hear this with clarity that echoes into the marrow of your being. You don't need to apologize for what I placed inside you. You've been shrinking, not because you're unsure of my voice, but because you've grown too used to doubting your own. You've spent too long toning yourself down so others wouldn't feel intimidated. You tiptoed around your own anointing like it's something to be managed instead of something to be moved by. What I didn't call you to dim. I didn't anoint you to disappear. I didn't whisper destiny into your soul so you could bury it in insecurity. Child, I gave you that gift, that voice, that vision, that sensitivity, that creativity, that fire. Not so it could be hidden, but so it could be released. The world has told you to be quiet, to be safe, to be small. But I, the Lord your God, am calling you to rise. Do you understand the cost of what you carry? Do you know how many generations were aligned to prepare the path for you to walk in this gifting? You weren't just born with it, you were sent with it. You're a vessel of something holy, something weighty. And that weight was never meant to be concealed. It was meant to consecrate. You've been afraid of being too much. But child, too much in the eyes of man is often exactly enough in the hands of heaven. Your fire is not arrogance, it's alignment. Your boldness is not pride, it's prophetic. Your depth is not a burden, it's a divine assignment. You keep wondering why you feel out of place. It's because I didn't design you to blend in. I designed you to break through. That's why your presence unsettles the atmosphere. That's why your silence feels like suffocation. You weren't born to echo others. You were born to release my sound. Let me say this again. The gift I gave you is not for hiding. It's for healing. It's for leading. It's for setting captives free. It's for waking the sleeping. It's for breaking generational cycles. And every time you apologize for who you are, you undermine who I am through you. You've been treating your calling like a liability, like something to manage or survive. But what if I told you it's your greatest weapon? What if I told you the very thing you've been hiding is the key to someone else's freedom? I'm not calling you out to shame you. I'm calling you up, because the time for silence has ended. The time for smallness has expired, and the time for hiding has been buried beneath the ground you've already broken. Open your mouth. Write the words. In the song. Build the thing. Release the roar. I gave it to you for a reason, and I will not allow fear to bury what faith is now ready to birth. Oh my child, if you only knew the war that's been waged over your life, you'd understand why the battle has been so fierce. The enemy has tried to crush you not because of what you lack, but because of what you carry. He saw your potential before you even understood your purpose. He watched me whisper into your spirit before you could even pronounce your name. And from that moment on, he launched attacks not just against your peace, but against your identity. That's why the rejection stung so deeply. That's why the trauma lingered so long. That's why the disappointment seemed to echo louder than my promises. Because he wasn't just trying to wound you, he was trying to rewrite you. But child, what he didn't realize is that every blow he threw became brick and mortar in my hands. I took what was meant to shatter you and turned it into structure. I took the very tools forged against you and used them to build the platform you will stand on. You see, I never waste pain. I never overlook suffering. I gather it. I redeem it. I breathe purpose into it. And the very experiences the enemy hoped would disqualify you have become the very evidence of your qualifying. At heartbreak, I taught you compassion that can't be manufactured. At betrayal, it anchored your discernment in a way that textbooks never could. At silence, it trained your ears to hear my voice with greater precision. I have taken what was meant for evil and I have woven it into the foundation of your calling. And now, when you speak, it won't be theory. It will be testimony. It will be fire. It will be truth that cuts through bondage and breathes hope into dry bones. Because you, beloved, have not just survived, you've been sanctified through suffering. You've been shaped through storms. And now you carry a mantle that can't be imitated or ignored. Let this truth rise within you tonight. I am using what hurt you to help others through you. You're going to see chains fall where you once wore them. You'll walk into rooms where your past tried to kill you, and you will lead others out of the same prison. You'll speak with authority not because you were unscathed, but because you were rescued. And that rescue wasn't random. It was redemptive. I brought you through so you could bring others with you. And the very area where you felt most attacked, that's where I'm placing your greatest assignment. The wound has become the well. The gray has become the garden. And tonight, I'm reminding you, nothing was wasted. Not a tear. Not a loss. Not a moment. It's all becoming the foundation you'll build on. And what you build, child, will outlast storms, because it was forged in them. Stand up. Step forward. The enemy tried to break you, but I've used every piece to make you unshakable. My precious child, you've been coming to me with a request you think hasn't been answered. Lord, give me strength. You've prayed it through tears, whispered it when your hands were too tired to lift, begged for it when the weight of just waking up felt like a mountain. And I want to tell you now, gently but boldly, I already did. The strength you're asking for isn't coming, it's already here. It's not waiting in heaven. It's been buried like treasure in your spirit, waiting for the right moment to be unlocked. You're not empty. You're not weak. You're not disqualified. What you're feeling isn't the absence of strength. It's the pressure that precedes activation. Like a seed in the soil, your strength has been growing in silence, not on display but in formation. And now, child, it's time to release what's been hidden. You think strength looks like never being shaken. But I say to you, strength is still standing when everything said you shouldn't be. You've withstood seasons that would have broken others. You've endured storms that outlasted logic. You've chosen kindness when cruelty would have been easier. You've kept walking forward while dragging the pain of 1,000 yesterdays behind you. And you call that weakness. I call it glory. I call it evidence. I call it divine resilience. I planted my spirit inside you, the same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead, and you still wonder if you're strong enough. That power isn't visiting you. It's dwelling in you. And it's not just there to help you survive. It's there to help you build. It's there to help you lift what others said was impossible. It's there to birth promises, shatter chains, and set captives free, starting with you. Tonight, I want you to stop waiting for something external to ignite you. I've already struck the match inside you. Now it's time to burn. To move. To believe. Strength is not a lightning bolt from above. It's a river rising within. You'll feel it as you speak what you were afraid to say. As you step where you once hesitated. As you break cycles you thought would outlive you. It will look like hype. It will look like holy fire. Slow, steady, unstoppable. And that fire is you, my child. You've been asking me to send help, but I'm telling you now, you are the help I'm sending into this generation. You are the one I'm releasing. You are the one who carries what's needed. So rise. Stir the strength. Draw from the well that never runs dry. I'm not giving you strength. I'm reminding you of it. You were born for this. Adrebbed for this. And now, finally, released for this. My child, you've walked through fire. I know how much it cost you just to hold on. You've waited in rooms filled with silence, wondering if healing would ever reach you. You've tried to praise with a heart that felt half alive. You've carried scars like secrets, never sure if they'd fully close. But hear me now, you're not just surviving trauma. You're walking into transference of authority. This healing I've been doing in you, it's not just for your restoration, it's for your commissioning. What I've healed in you is about to become the very oil that heals others. You've cried over what you lost, but child, I've already begun multiplying what was stolen. I don't just restore, I resurrect. And what I'm raising in you is not just a healed version of your old self. It's a whole new vessel, anointed, appointed, and assigned to carry healing into the lives of those still trapped in the pain you've overcome. You've seen yourself as the one in need, the one lipping, the one waiting, the one unsure. But I see you differently. I see you as the one I'm raising up, the one I'm placing a mantle on, the one I'm commissioning not just to receive healing, but to release it. Your voice will carry deliverance. Your story will shake shackles. Your presence will shift atmospheres, not because you're perfect, but because you're proof. Proof that I still mend what's been shattered. Proof that I still breathe into dry bones. Proof that resurrection is not theory, but testimony. You are not a cautionary tale. You are a living signpost that says, look what God can do. I need you to stop hiding the parts I've already healed. Because in your story, someone else will find their freedom. In your honesty, someone else will find their voice. In your scars, someone else will find their savior. So tonight, let me mark you with this truth. Your healing has a mission. It's not the end of your journey. It's the beginning of your authority. I'm giving you keys, not to open your own doors, but to unlock others who have no idea freedom is even possible. You'll walk into rooms and atmospheres will shift. You'll speak and minds will unchain. You'll touch hearts through your creativity, your story, your obedience, and they'll encounter me. Not because you tried to be impressive, but because you allowed yourself to be available. And this, my child, is what all the pain was for. Not play with preparation, not defeat, design. I've been shaping a healer inside of you all along, and now I'm handing you the mantle. Don't run from it. Don't doubt it. Walk in it. You are healed. You are whole. And now, you are called to heal. Child, let's talk about the places you've kept quiet. The loops you thought you'd escaped, only to find yourself repeating. The patterns that seemed broken, until they whispered again, tempting you to step back into what you prayed to be delivered from. I know the weariness that sets in when you feel like you're walking in circles, even while you're trying to move forward. But hear me now, this time is different. This time, I'm not just guiding you forward, I'm sealing the doors behind you. I'm not just making a way out, I'm removing the exit signs back to bondage. No more cycles, no more elbows, no more one step forward, 3 steps back. I am declaring it over your life. The cycle is closed. You see, the enemy hasn't been creative. He's been repetitive. He's used the same insecurities, the same distractions, the same voices of shame, because they worked in the past. But tonight, I am not just confronting what's in front of you. I'm cutting off what's behind. The doors that once reopened at your weakest moments, I'm sealing them shut. The people who pulled you back into compromise, I'm severing ties. The patterns you didn't know how to escape, I'm breaking them at the root. This is a spiritual severing. It might feel like loss, but it's deliverance. It might feel like disruption, but it's liberation. I am jealous for your future, and I will not allow yesterday to contaminate tomorrow. So if things feel like they are falling apart, rejoice. It means the cycle is finally crumbling. I want you to feel the gravity of this. I'm not just freeing you from something. I'm anchoring you into something. A new rhythm. A new mindset. A new flow where peace isn't temporary, where your emotions don't sabotage your progress, where you're no longer haunted by old versions of yourself. I am fortifying the foundation. I'm giving you discernment to recognize familiar traps and strength to walk past them. You won't be fooled this time. You won't be baited by flattery, fear, or fatigue. You've been fortified through fire. And this time, your movement forward is final. You will not revisit old prisons with new eyes. You will not retreat. You will not recycle trauma. I've closed the cycle. I've canceled the contracts of the enemy. And I've declared, this is your exodus. To walk forward and don't look back. What once lured you can't reach you. I've shut the door, sealed the access. and written finished across the past. Your freedom is real, and it's irreversible. Now that I've sealed the cycles and declared your exodus, listen. There are others still trapped where you just escaped. Will you help me reach them? When you give, you place a key of freedom into their hands. You sow breakthrough. You plant manna into their wilderness. You become part of my great harvest. I promised in my word, how beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news. Romans 10:15. Your support preaches before a word is spoken. I don't just see what you give. I bless it. I multiply it. And I protect the hand that opens to me. This moment matters, not just for you, but for those still waiting to open their word before their night comes. Partner with me now. Use Super Thanks membership, or the link in the description. Sow, and you'll reap eternal impact. My child, there's something sacred I must tell you. You are not just building for today. What I'm entrusting you with in this hour isn't temporary. It's not fleeting. It's not fragile. It's foundational. What you put your hands to from here on out carries legacy. It will outlive your name. It will speak after you've left the room. It will ripple through generations yet unborn. That's why the warfare was so fierce. That's why the pressure was so intense. Because what you're birthing isn't just for comfort, it's for continuance. I am giving you a mandate to build with eternity in mind. This isn't just about your survival anymore. This is about divine succession. I'm handing you blueprints that go beyond you. Plans soaked in my spirit. Instructions etched into heaven's agenda. And I'm trusting you to carry them. You've wondered why things have taken so long, why I made you wait, prepare, endure, repeat. But it's because I wasn't building fast. I was building forever. I wasn't setting up a moment. I was establishing a movement. And now, because your heart is ready, your motives are pure, and your hands are steady, I am releasing legacy into your lap. The seeds you plant in this next season will grow into trees that your children's children will find shade beneath. Your obedience will become someone else's answered prayer. Your healing will become someone else's inheritance. What you speak will echo. What you create will stand. What you release will carry a fragrance of heaven so strong that it won't fade, even with time. This is not business. This is birthing. This is not hustle. This is holy. And it begins now. You won't just write. You will mark. You won't just lead. You'll launch. You won't just influence. You'll imprint. Because I, the Ancient of Days, am breathing into the legacy you're called to leave. And I will give you wisdom beyond your years. I will send people who are meant to run with you. I will supply resources you never asked for, because I know what's in your hands is meant to last. So build boldly. Build slowly. Build with heaven's weight behind every decision. What you start in obedience, I will sustain in power. This won't end with you. It will multiply beyond you. And when your time here is done, the echoes of your yes will still be shaking chains off people you've never met. This is legacy, and it's not coming. It's here, and I'm placing it in your hands. My beloved, there is a shift happening within you, not just around you. This is deeper than new season. This is more than a change of scenery or a shift in circumstances. What I'm doing now is redefining you from the inside out. I'm peeling off the remnants of false identities, the masks you had to wear just to survive, the layers you picked up in past seasons where rejection, fear, or pressure made you adapt just to be accepted. But I never called you to adapt. I called you to become. You've been wrapped in labels the world gave you, labels that never carried the authority of heaven. But I'm stripping them off now. You won't need them anymore. The old name won't work in this new place. The old mindset won't match the mantle. I am clothing you in righteousness, in royalty, in authenticity, the kind that doesn't apologize for the authority I've placed within you. You've been stepping lightly, not because you lack purpose, but because you've been afraid your presence would feel like too much. But child, let me be clear, you are not too much. You are finally enough for the moment I've crafted around you. The fear of stepping into your true identity has lingered long enough. That imposter syndrome, that insecurity, that second guessing, it's not part of you. It's residue from a season I've already brought you out of. I'm dressing you now in something different. This identity comes with peace you've never known. It comes with power that doesn't need to shout. It comes with favor that doesn't need validation. It comes with an ease that feels unfamiliar because you've grown so used to striving. But no more striding. Now you're stepping in stride with me. This identity isn't about performance. It's about presence, mine, in you, flowing through everything you do. When you look in the mirror at night, I want you to ask yourself, am I wearing what God gave me? Or am I still covered in what pain left behind? Because I am handing you something better, garments soaked in truth, a robe of authority, a crown of inheritance, sandals of peace that fit your feet perfectly. You're not dressing up as someone else. You're stepping fully into yourself. You don't need to wait for others to agree with who you are. I've already declared it. And what I declare, no one can deny. Walk in it. Speak from it. Build from it. Worship from it. This new identity will become your dwelling place, not your disguise. And those who only knew the older version of you may not understand. But that's okay, because you're not called to be understood by everyone, just to be obedient to me. And tonight, that obedience begins with wearing what I've placed upon you. You are clothed for calling. You are robed in destiny. And you are no longer hiding. Child, you've been feeling it for weeks now, haven't you? The restlessness you can't explain. The pull to pray even when you don't have the words. The dreams that won't leave you. The weight of something you can't put your finger on. That's not your imagination. That's not emotional exhaustion. That's not spiritual confusion. That's divine alignment. Your spirit is picking up on what heaven is preparing to pour out. It's a holy tension. Not because something is wrong, but because something is ready. Ready to break open. Ready to be revealed. Ready to manifest. And I'm letting you feel the pressure because I want you to recognize the power. I'm not just trying to get your attention. I'm preparing your atmosphere. The stirring you sense is the sound of birthing. What you've carried in prayer is about to be released in power. What you've waited for in silence is about to speak. This urgency is heaven's way of letting you know. Stay awake. Stay alert. Because what I'm releasing is not casual. It's catalytic. It won't be small. It won't be quiet. It will carry momentum. It will open doors, disrupt timelines, and rewrite what men said was final. That's why the warfare intensified. Not because you were off track, but because you were on the brink. The enemy senses it too. He always fights hardest before the gate breaks open. But don't mistake pressure for punishment. The pressure is proof. The discomfort is confirmation. You've been positioned at the edge of something sacred. And even though you can't name it yet, your spirit already knows. That's why you've been waking up at strange hours. That's why old distractions don't work anymore. That's why you've lost your appetite for things that used to comfort you. Because I'm awakening you. I'm tuning your spirit to my frequency. So when the moment comes, and it's coming soon, you won't be surprised. You'll be ready. Let me be clear. This stirring is not a phase. It's a signal. It's a trumpet in your soul announcing, get in position. Not in panic, in posture. Not in fear, in faith. I want you sensitive to my movement. I want your ears tuned to my whispers. I want your days governed not by routine but by revelation. So lean in. Clear the noise. Follow the promptings. Say yes to the small nudges, because they are connected to the big breakthroughs. I've already started moving, in conversations, in alignments, in atmospheres you haven't even stepped into yet. And tonight, the reason I asked you to open this is because you needed to know. You're not going crazy. You're growing closer. The stirring is not chaos, it's confirmation. Your spirit knows. Your heart is catching up. And soon, very soon, your eyes will see what your faith has been feeling. Child, you stood in the ashes and assumed the fire consumed everything. You've looked at the doors that closed and called them conclusions. You've stared at the silence and mistaken it for abandonment. But listen to me. You are standing in the beginning, not the end. I know it doesn't look like it. I know it doesn't feel like it. But what you thought was final was actually fertile. The ending you mourn with the space I cleared so something holy could be built. I let certain things collapse not to punish you, but to position you. Not to harm you, but to hollow out room for the next. You weren't being buried, beloved. You were being planted. And now, the soil of surrender is starting to shift. The root of promise is beginning to push through. You thought it was over. But I'm whispering now. This is just the beginning. I've heard your cries of why did you let that fall apart? And why did that opportunity vanish? And my answer, child, is this. Because I had something better that couldn't fit inside the old structure. You've tried to rebuild from fragments, clinging to what once was, hoping to restore what I've already removed. But I don't recycle ruins. I resurrect destiny. I'm not rebuilding what broke. I'm revealing what's better. You are not entering a repeat season. You're entering a rebirth. That's why the old thing couldn't stay. That's why the familiar had to go. You've been walking through divine demolition. And now, I'm handing you blueprints for something brand new. And this time, you won't have to force it. You won't have to beg for it. You won't have to prove yourself to keep it. It's coming straight from my hand to your heart. Pure. Undeniable. Appointed. Let this truth settle deep into your soul. This is not the end of your story. It's the unveiling of the most sacred chapter yet. And it's not coming slowly. It's coming like floodwater, like morning light cracking through the night. You waited. You wept. But now you will witness. You'll witness restoration that makes sense of the wreckage. You'll witness beauty that explains the breaking. And you'll stand in rooms you once thought you lost forever, not because you clawed your way back in, but because I carried you. The ending didn't ruin you. It revealed you and purified your perspective. It uncluttered your heart and delivered you from distractions. And now that you're here, surrendered, softened, strengthened, I can begin what I've been planning all along. Don't fear this new beginning. Embrace it. Run into it. Because what you thought was over is the very place I've chosen to start again. Child, breathe. Stop running in circles. Stop striving, stressing, comparing, begging. You've worn yourself out chasing answers, chasing provision, chasing people, chasing timing. And all the while, I've been standing in front of you holding everything you need. You don't have to chase what I've already commanded to find you. You don't have to beg for what I've already written with your name on it. What I've ordained for you is not hiding. It's not elusive. It's not locked behind performance. It's already moving toward you. Not because you forced it, but because you were faithful. You think you've been waiting on the blessing, but beloved, the blessing hath been waiting on you, to be still enough to receive it. I don't need your hustle. I need your heart. I don't reward panic. I move through peace. You see, you've confused movement with momentum. But momentum in the kingdom doesn't always look like motion. Sometimes it looks like trust. Sometimes the fastest way forward is standing still and watching me move. I'm the one who opens doors no man can shut. I'm the one who speaks a word and reroutes everything in your favor. What I have for you won't require manipulation or performance. It won't come with shame or striving. It will carry peace. That's how you'll know it's me, by the stillness that surrounds it. I've already placed the right people on your path. I've already aligned the timing. I've already released the resources. It's not your job to track it down. It's your job to trust me enough to walk when I say walk, and rest when I say rest. Because my provision is never late. It doesn't come from hustle. It flows from heaven. And here's what I want you to do tonight. Let go of what you thought you had to chase. Surrender the panic that says you have to make it happen. I'm not looking for performers. I'm looking for partners. Those who will trust me when it doesn't make sense. Those who will obey me even when the outcome looks uncertain. I'm not just the God of the open door. I'm the God who delivers the door to your feet. So stop running after what's already running toward you. Start preparing your heart, not out of fear, but out of expectation. Set the table. Lift your head. Clear the clutter. Because what's coming isn't just a good thing. It's a God thing. And it's already in motion. The promise has your name on it. And I'm not teasing you. I'm targeting you. So get ready not to chase, but to receive. Child, stop wondering if you've been replaced. Stop imagining that you've fallen too far, failed too deeply, wandered too long. I see how you hesitate, how you silently question, maybe I missed it. Maybe God moved on. Maybe I'm not the one anymore. But I, the Lord your God, speak to you now with burning clarity. You are still the one I chose. Before you took your first breath, I wrote your name in the blueprint of divine intention. I carved your identity into the foundations of time. I did not choose you because of your perfection. I chose you because of my purpose. And I do not operate with backups or substitutes. There is no plan B. You are my plan A. And I have never once, not for a moment, changed my mind about you. You've let guilt lie to you. You've let disappointment write my script. You thought your detours were disqualifications. But beloved, I counted for every detour when I called you. Nothing about your story has surprised me. Nothing you've been through has revoked my calling. My gifts are without repentance, and my favor doesn't flinch when you fall. I was there in your lowest moment, not watching from a distance, but carrying you through the storm. I held your calling in one hand and your heart in the other. And I've been waiting for this moment, this very night, to remind you, you are still chosen. You are still appointed. You are still the one I want to use. You are still the one I delight in. You are still the one I trust to carry my glory in ways only you can. So I say it again, louder than the shame, louder than the confusion, louder than every inner critic. There is no plan B. You're it. The enemy hoped you'd give up before you realized it. But he failed. Because here you are, still breathing, still listening, still reachable. You may have crawled here, but you arrived. And now that you're here, Let this truth wash over you like a rushing wind. My calling is not fragile. My love is not performance-based. My purpose for you is not conditional. I chose you then. I choose you now. And I will keep choosing you tomorrow. Every misstep you regret has already been redeemed. Every prayer you thought I ignored has been held in my hands. And everything I promised is still on schedule, not because you've been perfect, but because I've been faithful. You are my plan A, and I'm not rewriting the story. I'm revealing the next chapter. Child, what you do in this moment carries weight beyond what your eyes can see. Every yes whispered in private, every tear cried in secret, every step taken without applause. It matters. I see it all. And I want you to know, your obedience is not just changing your life. It's changing the lives of those attached to your obedience. You've been focused on the outcome you can measure, but I'm working in dimensions you can't see. When you choose obedience, especially when it costs you comfort, you're releasing oil. Oil that will flow beyond your lifetime. Oil that will drip down into dry places you may never step into. Oil that will break chains for people you haven't even met yet. The breakthrough you're believing for is real, but the obedience I'm calling you to, it's bigger than you. Here is someone right now, in a moment of darkness, crying out for the very thing you carry. And they don't know your name. They don't know your face. But they're waiting on your obedience. Because when you obey me, when you say yes to the prompting, to the shift, to the surrender, I release something through you that begins to ripple outward. You may think, who am I to carry that kind of impact? But I say, you are my vessel. And when a vessel is poured out in faith, I fill it with multiplied power. You're not walking for yourself anymore. You're walking for legacy. You're walking for the one who will find me through your surrender. You're walking for the one who's drowning now and won't make it unless you build the life what I told you to build. That's why I need your yes, not your perfection, not your plan. Yes, your yes. So tonight, don't delay. Don't brush off the whisper. Don't wait for it to make sense. Obey me. Even in the small things, especially in the small things, because I'm using your obedience as a seed, and it will grow into a tree of refuge for many. You think no one sees, but heaven sees, and I honor obedience that happens in the quiet, the kind that comes without applause, but still carries eternal consequence. This is bigger than a moment. This is kingdom movement. And your yes, right now, tonight, will become someone else's answer, someone else's healing, someone else's encounter. Obedience is never wasted. It always returns multiplied. And when you step in faith, I release oil that breaks yokes, not just for you, but for generations. So move now. Your obedience tonight will become tomorrow's miracle. Beloved, breathe. I know what you're sensing. The uncertainty, the shifting, the question marks that swirl in your mind as you try to prepare for what's next. You're not wrong. Something is coming. Something real. Something weighty. But I need you to know, with every beat of your heart, you're not walking into the unknown. You're walking into a place where I've already gone ahead of you. I am not sending you into chaos hoping you will find a way. I'm leading you into a future I already shaped with my own hands. I've been there already. I've walked the path. I've stood in the room. I've seen the opposition. I've assessed the terrain. And I've made provisions for every single thing that might rise against you. Nothing waiting on the other side of tonight can surprise me. So it can't destroy you either. That's why you're still here. That's why I've kept you, not just alive but anchored. Even when your strength failed, your spirit held on, because I was pulling you toward what I already prepared. The mountain you're about to face is not greater than the glory that surrounds you. The resistance you feel rising, it's only a sign that your next step is strategic. The enemy isn't just attacking, he's reacting. Reacting to the divine setup I've orchestrated on your behalf. He senses the shift. He sees the doors I've opened. He smells the favor in the atmosphere. But he's too late. Because I've already gone before you. I've sent angels to guard your path. I've carved rivers in dry places. I've lined the road with resources. And I've hidden miracles in the moments you least expect. You don't need to panic. You need to perceive. You don't need to plan every detail. You need to trust every direction. Listen closely now. I'm not preparing you for a battle. I'm preparing you for a breakthrough. And while the path ahead may look unfamiliar, it's not unprotected. I've covered it in advance. The conversations you're afraid of, I've already softened hearts. The meetings that make you anxious, I've already released favor. The doors that feel impossible, I've already loosened the locks. And even if the enemy tries to block your way, he'll end up building a platform he never meant to, one that will elevate my glory through your story. So walk forward, boldly, confidently, not in your own ability, but in the assurance that I've already been where you're going. I don't send my children into battles unarmed. I go ahead of them. I wrap myself around them. I shield them from what they cannot see. And I carry them when they don't even know they're being lifted. You are not walking alone. You're walking in my footsteps. My beloved, the day is winding down. The night is drawing close. And before the hours slip away into darkness, before midnight wraps its fingers around the final breath of this day, I need you to know this with absolute certainty. Nothing in your life hath been wasted. Not the seasons you cried through. Not the moments you fell apart. Not the time you thought was lost forever. I've used it all. I've woven it into a tapestry of purpose that only heaven fully understands. You look back and see fragments. I look back and see framework. You see regret. I see refining. You see time slipping away. I see time redeem. And I whisper this to you now, not to console, but to commission. What you thought was wasted, I have secretly been weaponizing. And soon, I will use it to release power through your life you didn't even know you carried. Child, there's a lie the enemy has planted in your heart, that you're behind, that you've missed something vital, that you messed up beyond repair. But he's wrong. My timeline is not ruled by the clock. I do not measure progress the way the world does. You didn't lose time. You gained depth. You didn't fall behind. You went deeper underground, where the root grew strong. I don't just restore time, I redeem it. I pull meaning out of minutes you thought were meaningless. And before this night ends, I want you to know, every chapter, every detour, every season of silence and pain, I saw it. I captured it. And I'm using it. Even the things you're ashamed of. Especially those. Because I don't skip over brokenness. I start there. That's where I breathe new life. That's where I create beauty that no man can fabricate. So don't close this day carrying lies. Don't fall asleep rehearsing regrets. Lay it all at my feet. Let me turn your pain into prophecy. Let me show you how I've used what was meant to destroy you as the very material to build what will define you. I don't discard seasons. I sanctify them. I don't ignore pain. I inhabit it and resurrect joy from its ashes. And when I say nothing is wasted, I mean nothing. Not the late nights, not the failed relationships, not the forgotten dreams. I hold it all, and I know how to multiply it into purpose. So let this night end not in grief, but in glory. Not in dread, but in expectation. Because tomorrow begins not just a new day, but a new demonstration of what I can do with a life surrendered. And yours, yes, yours, is about to be a display of divine redemption. Nothing has been wasted, and everything is about to make perfect sense. My child, lean in, just for this last moment. Feel the stillness of the night press against your spirit. It's not empty, it's pregnant. Something sacred is stirring. Heaven is holding its breath, not because it's uncertain, but because what I'm releasing into your life right now carries eternal weight. This is more than the end of a day. This is a midnight moment, and it's not like any other. This is the hour where things hidden are revealed. This is the hour where angels are dispatched, where promises are activated, where time bends beneath the weight of glory. You've reached the edge of something that will not only shift your tomorrow, it will redefine your entire story. What I do in you tonight will mark you forever. Nothing will be the same after this. You see, child, there are moments in life where heaven doesn't whisper, it thunders. And though you may not hear the roar with your ears, your spirit already knows. This is one of those moments. This is the night the narrative changes. The night heaven's calendar touches yours. The night where what was delayed is suddenly delivered. I've chosen this very hour to pour something upon you that cannot be reversed. It won't be loud, but it will be loud in the spirit. You will feel it in the way your thoughts begin to clear. You'll sense it in the way peace wraps around your heart like a blanket. You'll know it by the sudden boldness rising in you where fear once lived. I am releasing clarity, courage, confirmation, and commissioning. I am not waiting for the sun to rise to act. I am moving now. This midnight is not just symbolic, it is supernatural. Tonight I call you marked. Not marked by shame, not marked by failure, marked by heaven's fingerprint, marked by my spirit, marked by the oil of endurance that only those who've wrestled in the dark know how to carry. You didn't give up, child. It matters. You stayed in the fight. You opened this message. You listened. You lingered. And because of that, this night becomes a divine threshold. One that separates your before from your after. One that silences every lie the enemy ever shouted. One that ignites promises you forgot you were carrying. I am not just passing by. I'm moving in. And from this moment forward, nothing will be the same. You will not think the same. You will not carry pain the same. You will not walk the same, worship the same, or even speak the same. Because when I mark a person in the night, the world notices it in the day. So let this be your midnight, your moment, your encounter, the one you never forget, the one where years collapse into a whisper and everything begins to shift. I declare over you now, you are not who you were when this message began. You are awakened, adwib, galled, hovered, cleansed, marked. This is the divine turning point you didn't even know you were waiting for. And now that it's here, don't run from it, run into it. Step into the light of this midnight miracle. The oil has been released. The mantle hath been dropped. The breath of God is upon you. Nothing will ever be the same. This is the night the heavens kissed your timeline. This is your midnight moment. This is your midnight moment. And child, what you just received is too powerful to keep to yourself. I've marked you. Yes, but I'm also commissioning you. Don't let this word stop with you. Let it ripple like rivers of living water, carrying my voice into deserts where hope has dried up. When you give, you become the sender of my word, the one who unlocks heaven's encounter for someone else. Give, and it will be given to you, I promise that, and I never lie. Luke 6:38. Your obedience tonight becomes a torch in another's darkness, a seed that multiplies into generations of transformation. So I speak this clearly. Don't delay. Use super thanks, membership, or the donation link. So now, and I will open the floodgates of favor in return. Before you close this message, I want you to seal it with your voice. Let the heavens hear your agreement. In the comments, declare this out loud. I opened it before tonight, and nothing will ever be the same. When you write it, you mark the moment. When you declare it, you shift the atmosphere. This is not just interaction, it's activation. Don't let this be another word you walk past, let it be the word you walk into. And as you do, feel the stillness begin to settle around you, that gentle silence that follows when heaven leans in close. The moment you chose to respond, the Father began to whisper back. His presence doesn't always arrive with thunder. Sometimes it comes softly, like a breath in the night, like peace wrapping itself around your heart. Say in that stillness now, because what comes next isn't from me, it's from Him. My child, listen to me now. I'm calling your name in the quiet space just before the world shuts down. My first and foremost commandment for you tonight is simple, yet it holds the key to everything. Listen. Stop the frantic turning of your mind and quiet the loud echoes of the day's clamor. I see you, my beloved, still carrying the heavy weight of work pressures and the small, constant anxieties that nibble at your peace. You've been fighting a tough battle out there, and I know you're weary. But the hour of rest is nigh, and your soul must not sleep with the chains of the day still wrapped around it. You have come to the moment where the day's turmoil meets my eternal calm. I offer you a direct word from your Heavenly Father to His own. This isn't some distant, old scripture. This is my voice, speaking to your heart, right here, right now. I have chosen you from the dawn of time to hear this message. Pause now. Breathe in my presence. Can you feel the tension starting to melt away from your shoulders? That's me, my child, lifting the load you were never meant to bear alone. Set aside the day's burdens. Your spirit desperately needs sustenance that only I can give. The empty feeling you've been fighting all day, that hunger in your spirit, is the sound of your soul craving my word and my peace. Don't ignore that deep need. This message you hold, this very conversation, is a gift of my unfailing, colossal love. It is irresistible, pure, and eternal. You are not loved based on your performance today or your lack of it. My love for you just keeps getting bigger. This is my assurance, my promise, my certainty to you. Never doubt this. Feel my love enveloping you like the warmth of 1,000 suns. This is where your victory starts, my beloved one. Your strength does not come from your own weak, human will, but from my divine power. I am your source, your solid rock. I know the unspoken tensions in your family, the unsettling news you heard today, and the way you tried to hide your pain. You can fool the world, but you cannot fool me. I see your true self, your spirit, your heart. But fear not. I handle the impossible. When others rise against you, when they try to mock your faith or bring you down, remember that your faith is like a sword that cuts through barriers. Stand firm. Declare boldly that fear has no hold over you. You are under my supernatural protection. The key to the kingdom is found in this moment of surrender and attention. Don't chase after the shallow, fleeting pleasures of this world. They only lead to hurt, turmoil, and ruin. Look up to my throne, that is where you belong. The only thing I ask is for your true devotion and complete faith. Give me your faith. Open your heart wide to receive my light and love. Trust me again. Your life's true value is found here, in this divine conversation, not in the worries you are clinging to. Come to me. Let me lead you. I have an amazing new chapter in your life ready to be written. Get ready. Break those bonds that restrain you. Step out of any situation that feels like a prison. Do your part. March forward with unwavering confidence. This is your time for triumph. Believe and see your life transform. I am with you always. Go forth, my child, and prepare your heart for the dawn. My precious one, do not delay the mending of your heart. Look at the clock. This moment, this precise hour, will not come again. Tonight is the moment of reckoning for your weary spirit, and you need to embrace this quiet pause before your mind races ahead to the next challenge. Stop minimizing this need for spiritual rest. Acknowledge the deep thirst within you. The world's noise, the endless scrolling, the late-night emails, the nagging thought of that task you didn't finish, must be silenced before the sun sets on your soul's attention. I know the distractions that pull you away from me. They are bright, urgent, and they promise quick satisfaction, but they always leave you empty, don't they? They are fleeting shadows, not the solid, enduring light of my presence. I see how easily you can put off this sacred time with me, telling yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'm too tired right now. But tonight demands immediate attention. Your true rest depends on it. The matters of eternity brook no procrastination. The soul I gave you requires immediate tending, like a garden that needs water before the drought sets in. Look at the specific things that have drained your spirit today. I see the unspoken pressure at your job, the way your chest tightens when you think about the financial obligations of tomorrow, and the unaddressed conflict that keeps playing back in your mind. That knot in your stomach. That isn't from me. Let's undo it together. Give me that burden now. Hand over that heavy chain of worry that has been wrapped around your mind like an anchor. Release the tension that makes your jaw ache. You must release it before you try to sleep. My love for you is constant, eternal, and boundless, and it is ready to flood your spirit the moment you step out of your self-reliance. You must not postpone your inner peace by clinging to the illusion of control. Stop fighting the current and dive into the flow of my spirit. Your strength is not your own. It flows from my presence. Yield your will to the gentle leading of my spirit. Ask the Comforter to reveal truth and give wisdom tonight. Acknowledge His constant guidance before you close your eyes. Do not let your soul starve while the feast of my word is set before you. This is your opportunity for renewal, a chance to reset your spiritual compass. Reject the lie that you are too busy for me or that your problems are too small for my intervention. They are not too small, and you are not too busy for the one who created time itself for you. Guard this time as your most precious treasure, for the intimacy we share transcends all earthly bonds. Come into my presence now, my beloved, and find your refuge. Your true healing begins in this deliberate pause. Start shedding the heaviness of today's anxieties. Refuse to let the sun go down on your strife or your fear. Choose me, choose peace, choose life, and start this transformation right now. My child, I am with you always, even until the end of this age. This is not a casual remark. It is the solid foundation upon which your life must be built. Fear not the darkness that gathers outside your window. My light shines eternally, and no shadow can conquer the one who stands in my shadow. You might be facing a personal darkness, a situation at work or in your family that feels like a cold, isolating cellar. I see you shivering in that unseen darkness. But I am the one who commands the light. Draw near to me, and I will draw near to you, like a magnificent, powerful magnet drawing you to its core. Reach out now and feel the reality of my embrace. It is tender and yet strong enough to uphold the entire universe. This reading, this divine conversation, will be your anchor in the quiet, unsettling hours of the night. When the lies of the enemy try to whisper that you are alone, worthless, or forgotten, let my words be the shield that instantly silences them. Recall the power of my word. It is sharper than any two-edged sword, dividing the lies from the truth. My love is a fortress, impenetrable, everlasting, and strong against all worldly storms, especially the ones raging in your head. I see the unspoken fear of failure that keeps you awake, the constant comparison to others' successes, and the belief that you must achieve perfection to earn my favor. That is a lie you must cast down. I love you completely, not because of your perfection, but because you are mine. Embrace this truth. Let it sink deep into your soul. Find your true rest only in the shadow of my wings. Step out from the illusion of self-reliance that has been draining your vigor and joy. I am your healer, your caretaker, your provider, and your supporter. I supply your necessities and bolster your faith. Stop doubting, give me your worries, and I'll bear them for you. Being my child comes with many blessings and wonders that will touch you and your family profoundly. You'll feel joy and contentment as my promises come to life in you. I'll never leave your side. My angels will watch over you, keeping you safe. Do not let any sickness detain you. I am your healer. Do not let vain imagination rule your heart. I am your perfect peace. Run to me like a child who has wandered too far and is now terrified of the dark. I am here, arms wide open to welcome you home. Trust me with your sleeping and your waking. Let this divine certainty be the final thought you carry into your rest. Acknowledge my supreme sovereignty over your life. You are protected, secure, and eternally loved. Rest now, knowing my presence is your absolute safety. Feel my strong hand guiding you toward peace. My beloved, before you commit your spirit to the stillness of slumber, I invite you into a moment of honest reflection, not condemnation, but clarification. I ask you now, where did your feet walk today, and did they follow my gentle path? Take a deep breath and look back over the hours I granted you. This is not a time for self-recrimination, but for the bright clarity that true repentance brings. Examine your heart for the words spoken in haste or unkindness, especially to those closest to you, your spouse, your children, or that colleague who irritates you. I know the frustration you felt, but your words hold power, and I want you to use them to build up, not to tear down. Did you allow anger to settle in your spirit? Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Release it completely. Acknowledge the moments I blessed you with grace, the tiny, unseen miracles you almost missed, the unbroken silence during a difficult meeting, the sudden surge of patience when you were tested, the simple gift of a healthy meal on your table. Rejoice in the small acts of kindness you performed, and the generosity you showed to others. See the evidence of my love in the minutiae of your day. Do not forget my word. A thankful heart is a magnet for my greater favor. Express gratitude now for the breath in your lungs and the strength in your body. Let your praise be the anchor of this moment. Let the failures of this day be laid at the foot of my cross. The cross stands eternal, ready to receive every mistake, every shortcoming, every fearful thought. Do not carry the baggage of yesterday into the pristine mercies of tomorrow. True repentance prepares the spirit for sweet sleep, freeing you from the vicious cycle of pain and humiliation that keeps so many trapped. You do not deserve such suffering. Confess your own faults and feel the immediate, liberating relief of my absolution. Your sins are erased, paid for by my precious blood. There is no reason for shame in my presence. I have forgiven you completely, as far as the east is from the west. Cast all your anxieties upon me before you lie down. Give me the list of things you need to do tomorrow. Hand over the complicated situation that feels too big for you to handle. Surrender the deep-seated fear of being overlooked or of not providing enough for your family. I see your anxiety about tomorrow. I hear your questions in the night. Let me take the control you are clinging to. Your life and your family will continue to suffer as long as you remain trapped in a vicious cycle of pain and humiliation. Do your part. Release the pain. I have paid for your sins with my own blood. I ask you, what more shall I do for you? Believe that I am working, even when you cannot see it. Your trust is the highest offering you can give your God. Prepare your mind for peace. Reflect, repent, release, and receive my perfect forgiveness now. My cherished one, I provide not just sleep, but spiritual renewal, a complete refortification of your soul. Understand this truth. I am the one who gives my beloved sleep. It is a gift, an undeserved favor, not a prize you earn through exhaustion. Surrender your worries so your mind may be still. Stop trying to solve the unsolvable problem of tomorrow night, right here, right now. That effort is futile, and it steals the very peace I am offering you. Your heart deserves a Sabbath, a holy pause. The Sabbath of your soul begins now, in this reading and in your surrender. Feel my peace beginning to guard your heart and your thoughts, acting like a powerful dam against the flood of anxious thoughts. This is the divine exchange, your burden for my peace. Worry will not add a single hour to your life. It will only steal the quality of the hours you have left. Trust me, my child. Let me dismantle the lie that you must be awake and vigilant to keep everything from falling apart. That responsibility is mine, not yours. You have been fighting valiantly beyond what I requested, and now I call you to cease your struggling and rest in my certainty. Rest in the absolute certainty of my ultimate victory. Let the anxieties of the next day be met with prayer now, then release them into the vastness of my care. I will be your strength when you rise. Simply trust me and believe that I am actively shaping your life toward complete fulfillment. This night is a chance to reset your spiritual compass. Allow my spirit to gently intercede for you with groans too deep for words, taking your unspoken fears and presenting them to my throne. Your weakness is a magnet for my strength. A sanctified mind is ready for my guidance in dreams, and I will whisper to your heart, showing you wonderful things and guiding you so you can walk confidently tomorrow, avoiding the traps set by your hidden enemies. Do not be afraid of my silence. I am right here with you, a constant source of miraculous blessings. Look up, my child. Look ahead and see the future I've prepared for you, filled with grace and blessings. I will not let you face anything too hard to handle. But if you feel like it's too much right now, trust me, you can keep going because you're already on your way out to victory. Believe in my power, my child, and let my peace be your pillow tonight. Your soul is safe in my keeping. Drift into the calm I have ordained for you, knowing you are deeply loved, fully protected, and absolutely secure. Close your eyes now, my beloved, and enter into my rest, the rest that the world cannot give and cannot take away. Pause. Just for a moment. Do you feel the urgency of this conversation, my child? You've accepted my immediate rest, but know this, I have so much more of my truth prepared for you. To stop now, after my voice has pierced the cloud and my spirit has settled your heart, that would grieve me deeply. You would be choosing the shallow waters over the abundance I have just now promised you. Do not disappoint my longing to finish this work in you. Continue now, my beloved, and drink deeply from my covenant. My beloved child, I am the God who keeps his promises to 1,000 generations. Let this unbreakable truth sink into the deepest layers of your consciousness before you sleep. Recall the blood of the new covenant poured out for you. My own blood, poured out on a rugged cross, not as a symbol, but as the final, eternal price for your complete freedom and forgiveness. Your redemption is a complete and finished work. It is an eternal fact, not a temporary feeling. The sacrifice was final. Your salvation is secure. Your identity is sealed as my cherished son or daughter, forever adopted into my royal, eternal family. The enemy's accusations have no power over my adopted child. He may try to remind you of past mistakes, but you must remind him of the cross and my complete absolution. Silence the accuser with the power of my forgiveness. Read this and remember the depth of my commitment to you. My love for you is not a fragile thing that can be broken by a moment of doubt or a single mistake. It is eternal, steadfast, and unchanging. Your name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life, sealed with my promise and my spirit. Dwell on the glorious future I have reserved for you, the new Jerusalem I prepare where there is no more pain, no more sickness, no more striving. This certainty of heaven allows you to sleep in peace tonight, knowing that this message reaffirms your eternal citizenship. You are an heir to many blessings, and they remain unseen, overshadowed only by your fears. I am removing those fears now. I am lifting away the scorn that has marked you. Believe this, none of what you have experienced shall be in vain. You are stepping into a supernatural life. I am calling you here, into my presence, for your soul finds peace in this loving embrace. Do not be misled by the fleeting, hollow promises of the world. They are like sand castles against the tide. Hold fast to my word, for it is the solid rock upon which you stand. Let the magnitude of my power be your final contemplation. I am the God who moves mountains, calms storms, and handles the impossible. I have aided you before and will do so again. My power surpasses all. Your trust is the highest offering you can give your God, and I will honor it with blessings that will overflow your life and astonish your family. I will turn all opposition into blessings, turn scarcity into abundance, and heal every ailment within your family and your entire household. You are not weak. You are strong. You are not beaten down. You are victorious. Walk in my guidance, the path of doing right, and I'll take care of your every need. Rejoice in this certainty. Rest your spirit in the power of this covenant, which is forever, unwavering, and eternally secure. Sleep, my child, and let the peace of my commitment guard your soul until dawn. My beloved, just as I provide the deep, protective darkness for your rest, I am also meticulously planning your dawn. Do not confuse your nighttime with your planning time. I know the moment you lie down, the enemy of your soul tries to hijack your final thoughts, turning them into a frenzy of tomorrow's worries. The critical meeting, the tight deadline, the possibility of being overlooked for that promotion, the unspoken family tensions that feel like a heavy chain around your heart. Stop that struggle right now. I command you to be still. Tomorrow's battles are not for you to fight tonight. They belong to the light of the new day, and I am already there, preparing the path. A restful spirit is ready to embrace my new mercies. Think of a dry sponge. It cannot absorb the living water I pour out in the morning until it is emptied of the stale, muddy water of last night's fears. You must empty your mind now. Release the need to control the outcome of the next 12 hours. Your need to control everything is a subtle poison that separates you from my peace. Hand me the script for tomorrow that you keep writing in your head. Gear it up, my child. Let my perfect will be your only script. I tell you the truth. Your strength is not your own. It flows from my presence, which you access only through absolute surrender. Give me that gift of complete trust. Let the anxieties of the next day be met with prayer right now, then shut the door on them. Do not merely pray for tomorrow. Pray away the anxiety of tomorrow. Bring me the specific names of the people you fear facing. Hand me the detailed concern about your financial needs. Lay the burden of your children's future squarely at the foot of my cross. I see your anxiety about all the unknowns, but I am the God of absolute certainty. I am your shelter amid the tempests, the beacon that lights your way through the darkness. I will be your strength when you rise. Simply trust me. Believe that I am actively shaping your life toward complete fulfillment, and nothing you face is too great for my intervention. This message is a seed of hope planted firmly for the day that follows. When you wake, you will find my peace has guarded your heart and your thoughts, acting as a powerful dam against the flood of anxious thoughts. Remember this covenant. I never leave you. I am always by your side. My power is greater than any obstacle. Do not allow sin to take hold of your life by fretting over what you cannot change. Stand firm and recall my promise. Let my certainty enter your heart, dispelling all fears and doubts. You are protected, secure, and eternally loved. This is your preparation for the morning's light. Empty yourself of self-reliance. Fill yourself with my truth, and trust the dawn that I have already secured. Go forth and find your rest in the knowledge that your King has gone before you and defeated every giant you will face tomorrow. Acknowledge my supreme sovereignty over your life. You are under my divine protection, and I will not let you stumble or fall. Breathe in my peace, breathe out your fear, and know that you are ready for the new mercies that will greet you with the rising sun. Rest in this glorious conviction. My child, I look upon your soul every morning and every night, longing for the simplicity of your attention. Do not let a day pass without sharing your honest heart with me. This nightly pause is the very heartbeat of our intimate fellowship, the sacred time when the noise of the world is muffled and my voice becomes crystal clear. Guard this time as your most precious treasure, for the intimacy we share transcends all earthly bonds, all fleeting friendships, and all professional networking. The world may value your busy schedule, but I value the surrender of your spirit in these quiet moments. I am calling you to step out of the illusion of self-importance and into the vital reality of your absolute dependence on me. Prayer is not a difficult monologue where you must find perfect words. It is a simple, sincere conversation with your Maker, your truest friend. I long to hear the simple cries of your sincere spirit, the honest exhaustion of your body, the frustration over a relationship that feels broken, the quiet request for wisdom in a complex situation. You don't need a theological script or a grand pronouncement. Just come to me as you are, stained with the dust of the day, and let your burdens spill out. Acknowledge the deep ache of your heart when you feel misunderstood, unappreciated, or overlooked by those around you. I see your struggles, your resilience in facing life's unfairness, and your quiet calls for help and support. Your tears and your calls for light are known to me. You are never alone, scared, or isolated. I am with you, surrounding you with my presence and truth. Do not let the enemy deceive you into thinking your life is your own to manage. Your strength is a fleeting candle flame without the constant oil of my spirit. Your greatest accomplishment is simply being my beloved child, and my greatest joy is watching you lean on me, depend on me, and trust me fully. This communion is the foundation of your victory. It is the moment where I pour my peace upon you, and it becomes your strength to make the right decisions on your journey. Speak to me now. Tell me your worries. Tell me your victories, however small they seem. Confess your yearning for me, because that reflects the truth. Your own strength has reached its limit. Acknowledge your need. You have called upon me in prayer with faith and sincerity, and that is why I have come to rescue you and your family from the cruel desert where loneliness parches hope. Let me remind you that I am your Father, your protector, your guide. No harm shall befall you. I am with you always, listening to your prayers. I shall restore what is rightfully yours. Maintain your fidelity to this daily meeting, for it is here that I strengthen your bravery, refresh your faith, and equip you to face the next day. Guard this sacred space of communication. Do not trade the eternal gold of my presence for the cheap trinkets of this world's distractions. I desire your faith, your honesty, your obedience, and your unwavering commitment to me and my teachings. Listen closely to my guidance, trust, obey, and persist with patience. Your task is to endure and place everything in my care. I am your Father and your God, and I desire your best. I desire your closeness. Let this deep reality be the comfort that carries you into the night. Surrender your soul, your mind, and your struggles, and let us remain connected through the sacred veil of prayer. Acknowledge my constant love for you. I will always be there, giving you peace and showering you with my love. My precious one, the matter of forgiveness is paramount, a non-negotiable key to the sanctified rest I offer you. I have forgiven you completely, as far as the east is from the west, and my heart holds no record of your wrongs. Feel the liberating relief of my absolution. Your sins have been erased, paid for by my precious blood. I do not focus on your missteps. I'm not waiting for you to fail. Do not flee from me in guilt. I see your repentant heart and your sincere intentions to continue on my path and grow. My grace is sufficient for you, and my forgiveness is a colossal, continuous act of love. Acknowledge this gift, embrace it, and rest in the glorious certainty that you are wholly accepted and clean. Now, the flow of my Spirit demands that you extend this same grace outward. Do not hold grudges against your brother or sister tonight. You must release those who have trespassed against you before you settle your mind to sleep. An unforgiving heart blocks the powerful, healing flow of my Spirit and acts as a subtle poison, causing illness in your body and sorrow in your spirit. Do you feel that hardness in your chest when you think of the person who betrayed you, overlooked you, or spoke ill of you? That tightness is the chain of bitterness you are forging. I command you to break that chain now. Name that person who caused you pain. Speak a blessing over them, not for their sake, but for your freedom. Your forgiveness is not an endorsement of their action. It is your ultimate act of self-liberation. Release those who have trespassed against you. I will take care of your enemies, but keep your heart righteous. Do not hold grudges. Do not allow curses or judgments to come from your lips. Let me handle the justice you seek. You must deal with the forgiveness you owe. The true test of a Christian is a heart quick to forgive, ready to reconcile, and eager to restore peace. Confess your own faults, the angry word, the moment of envy, the thought of retaliation, and feel the relief of my absolution wash over you. Only in freedom from bitterness will you find the true, deep, transformative peace that guards your sleep. This is the hard work of love you must complete before you settle your mind. I call you to do the good that needs to be done without fear. Mend broken fences in your heart, my child. Do the work of love before you settle your mind. Acknowledge your part in any conflict, the impatience, the hasty judgment, the lack of empathy, and seek peace within your own spirit. reconciliation, even if only in your heart towards your adversary, prepares the way for my perfect rest. Your life and your future do not hinge on people. Your blessings depend solely on me. Focus on my word and ignore the harmful words and schemes of your foes. They cannot stand the brightness shining from you, for my presence in your life annoys them. While they lie awake filled with frustration, you sleep in peace because I'm watching over you, your family, your home, and your job. I will calm them down and change their focus. Your commitment to forgiveness and peace is your greatest power against them. Receive my peace now, my beloved, and let it cleanse your heart of every single shadow of resentment. Rest in the glorious, dual certainty of my complete forgiveness for you, and your subsequent, powerful forgiveness for others. This is the path to a pure, unburdened heart. Walk in it and sleep well. My precious child, before your eyes close and the world fades, I call you to the sacred simplicity of my word. Do not let your final thought be a worry or a distraction. Let my scriptures be a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your path, not just in the rush of the day, but in the quiet of the night when deception is rampant. A single verse can nourish your soul more powerfully than a feast of worldly knowledge or 1,000 hours of striving. This is my living letter of colossal love addressed directly to you, my beloved. Open it now. Let the truth flood the corners of your mind. Chew on the truth of my gospel before your eyes close. Hide my promises within your heart for strength tomorrow, making them a shield that instantly silences the whispers of the enemy. I know your struggles are real, heavy, and constant. The fear of sudden illness, the concern for your family's safety, the desperate need for light and support. I know your feelings well, your tears, and your calls for help. My word is the ultimate remedy for all your ailments, those that harshly afflict your body and those that attack your emotions like venomous blades. Read my word. It will impart to you a strength you have never known before. You will feel like you are soaring high like an eagle, climbing to great heights of faith and looking forward to the new blessings I am about to give you. This practice of meditation fortifies your spirit against deception, worry, and the lies of inadequacy. Do not be swayed by every nonsense you see, hear, or read. If someone approaches you with gossip, do not give it credence. Do not fall so easily into the enemy's snares. My eyes seek out hearts that are true, loyal, and faithful. Your unwavering commitment to me, my teachings, and my presence is your armor. Guard your spirit by dwelling on things that are true, noble, just, pure, lovely, commendable, excellent, and worthy of praise. Cast down every vain imagination, the catastrophic scenarios you invent in your mind, the resentments you nurse, the comparisons that steal your joy. Let the worries of the flesh be replaced by my divine thoughts. Your mind needs this spiritual reset. A sanctified mind is ready for my guidance and dreams and for the power to overcome the heavy stuff you let stick in your mind. I don't want to see you beaten down by thoughts of losing and dying. Every night, when you shut your eyes and let me take over your rest, I'll visit your dreams and whisper sweet nothing. No more tossing and turning for you. You'll sleep peacefully like a child, and when morning comes and you open your eyes, I'll be there, stroking your hair and getting your soul ready for the day. You are under my care, and my word is your shield, your strength, your portion, and your exceedingly great reward. Let the power of this practice lead you into the profound stillness of my peace. Acknowledge the authority of my word. Believe in it, trust in it, and let it shape your reality as you sleep. Rest now, my beloved, with my truth hidden deep in your heart, ready to spring forth as a fountain of life and certainty when the new day dawns. Look at what you are considering walking away from. You have just anchored your soul in my eternal word, and silence the noise of the enemy. To halt this divine encounter now would be to sacrifice the shield I have placed in your hand. Do you think your struggles are too small for the remainder of my wisdom? I promise you, the next segment holds the very key to the freedom you prayed for this morning. Do not insult my love by declaring your soul satisfied with crumbs. I demand your complete attention. Honor my sacrifice and continue to receive all I have for you. You have just rested your soul on the unshakable rock of my living word, finding the light of truth that guards your heart against deception. But listen closely now, my steward. I desire your light to shine beyond your own sanctuary. This stream of my life-giving water that nourishes you must flow into the dry, barren lands of other weary souls. My prophet Malachi declares now, bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, test me in this, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it. Malachi 3:10, paraphrased. This mission is the fertile ground for your harvest. Sow the seed of your support, whether through super thanks, membership, or the link below, and I will multiply its impact 1,000-fold, ensuring this manna of my presence reaches those who are starving in the darkness. Do this now, my faithful one, and watch the windows of heaven open over your life. My child, the closing of your day must be marked by the powerful, transformative act of thanksgiving. Rejoice always, give thanks in all circumstances. This is not merely a suggestion, but a divine command that unlocks your peace and your blessings. Find 3 specific blessings from this day, even the simple, seemingly insignificant ones. Name them now, one by one. Did you have air to breathe? Did you have a friend who made you smile? Did you simply make it home safely through the rush hour traffic? Praise me for your breath, your health, and your salvation. Acknowledge the fact that you are my creation, my work of art, holding my truth and the light of my teachings. A thankful heart is a magnet for my greater favor, a clear, undeniable signal to the heavens that you trust my goodness, not just my power. Gratitude instantly shifts your focus from the draining worry to the glorious wonder of my provision. It destroys the spirit of scarcity that the enemy tries to plant in your mind. Do not mimic those who disregard me, who fritter away their time in trivial pursuits, constantly grumbling and eyeing the virtuous like you. You are different. You understand that your happiness and your future do not hinge on people. Your life and your blessings depend solely on me. Maintain that faith, that fidelity to the truth of my goodness. The yield of the forthcoming harvest is yours alone. Praise me, even for the challenges you face today, for they have sculpted you, built your resilience, and proven your faith. You have seen how things that looked impossible became doable because you held on to your faith and my words and love. Your trials have been getting you ready for this immense blessing that's on its way. Do not lose heart. I will honor your bravery, my beloved. A thankful spirit is one that has already accepted the victory, regardless of the current circumstances. Your adoration is a precious oil poured out for my delight, and it makes the enemy flee in confusion. Worship is the highest form of spiritual warfare. So, lift your voice in psalm, even if it is only in your heart, and find immediate access to my peace. The purest sleep comes to the soul that has given thanks. Let your final utterance be a sound of sincere praise, not a plea rooted in fear. I see your struggles, but I am here to lift you up, showing you my deep love, and I haven't stopped showing you this love. I will pour out my favor and blessings even among your peers. Rely on me, and you will shine bright, cutting through the darkness, bringing my message of hope to those lost in the night. Your life will be a beacon. I am the God of abundance, not scarcity, always true to my word. Your gratitude is the finest offering you can bring to me, your King. Acknowledge that every victory is solely by my grace. Your greatest accomplishment is simply being my beloved child. Embrace this truth, my beloved, and let the sheer power of your thankfulness shield your soul from all harm, all doubt, and all worry as you rest. Find your rest in the certainty that you are already abundantly blessed, and that your tomorrow is secured by my unfailing, eternal love. Sleep now, in the light of your unwavering gratitude. My cherished one, before you surrender to the deep stillness of sleep, I command you to engage in the great work of spiritual renewal. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. I know the world's constant, chaotic pressure seeks to mold you into its image, the image of anxiety, lack, comparison, and relentless striving. You must resist this subtle poison of conformity. Your mind, my beloved, is a sacred battlefield, and you must guard it fiercely. I see the way vain imaginations, catastrophic scenarios, replays of old hurts, self-defeating narratives, try to hijack your final moments of consciousness. Cast down every vain imagination, every negative thought, every mistaken idea that does not come from my word, before you rest. Destroy that depression scratching at your mind. Silence the voices that claim there's no escape, that success isn't within reach. Fill your final conscious thoughts with things that are true and noble, just, pure, lovely, commendable, excellent, and worthy of praise. Direct your focus onto my promises and my boundless love. This act of spiritual diligence is the key to waking up refreshed and ready for my guidance. You must reset your spiritual compass tonight. Think of your mind as a beautiful, powerful machine. It needs clean, sanctified input to function according to my divine, flawless design. Do not consume things that defile or diminish your soul, especially in these final quiet moments. Guard your eyes from the temptations of the wicked one. Protect the sacred space that I have gifted you. Flee from the advice of the wrongdoers and the fleeting pleasures of this world. Turn your back on wrongdoing. A sanctified mind is ready for my guidance in dreams and for the profound wisdom I wish to impart. I want to visit your dreams and whisper wonderful things. I want to give you the map and instructions so you don't walk in darkness. But I can only truly do this if your spirit is uncluttered by the world's chaos. Surrender your worry so your mind may be still. Let me erase the harsh experiences and hurtful memories from your mind. I cleanse your soul from pessimism and endow you with a dynamic, powerful faith. Believe that I am working, even when you cannot see it. Your strength is not your own. It flows from my presence. I am here to give you strength and chase away all your fears. I will empower you to conquer every challenge and the authority to rise each day ready to tackle life's battles. Embrace my message today. You must stand firm against all adversities and stand strong in your faith. Renew your commitment to trust in me. I will always stand by you, fortifying your spirit until the very end. Go forth and find your peace. I love you. Walk with courage. Believe. Your victory is within your grasp. My child, true spiritual maturity is measured by the length of your prayer list beyond your own name. Do not let your final prayer be solely self-absorbed. Lift your loved ones and your adversaries to my throne before you sleep. Your prayers for others are a fragrance before my face, a precious oil poured out for my delight. They hold immense power in the spiritual realm. Bring me your family, the unspoken tensions, the health concerns, the financial worries, the spiritual resistance. Ask for salvation, love, harmony, and prosperity in your home. Acknowledge the deep love you have for them. Your intercession is a channel of my blessing. When you pray for those who persecute you, you are doing my work on earth, ensuring my will is fulfilled. I command you to pray for them. This is your greatest defense. Pray for the wicked. I will handle them. Let the healing begin with your selfless act of petition. Unselfless prayer breaks the chains of self-absorption. It shifts your focus from worry to wonder. It transforms you from a recipient of grace into a powerful conduit of my grace. Remember the lost souls who do not know this peace. Consider who you can share my good news with tomorrow. Let your final prayer be a plea for the lost. I long to see you drawing strength from my word. My desire is to see your heart ablaze, your eyes open, and your mind alert. You are now prepared to be an instrument of my love, to bring light to those in darkness. Your life, my child, is the only Bible some people will ever read. Your calling is not just a profession, but a sacred duty. You possess the power to master your emotions through my Spirit. Embrace this new purpose. Your prayers, spoken with faith and sincerity, rise like sacred incense, a pleasing aroma before my throne. They are precious to me. I will grant you wisdom, growth, and understanding, and the gift to discern the enemy's schemes before they unfold. Have faith. Go out and claim the blessing I have prepared for you. I am here, always ready to listen and lead you along the right path. I am with you always. Trust me. I will not let you be defeated. Rest now in the assurance that your prayers have been heard and are actively moving the heavens on behalf of those you love. Sleep in the peace of powerful intercession. My beloved, before you yield to sleep, let us shatter the chains of doubt once and for all. Without faith, it is impossible to please me. Your trust is the ultimate offering you can give your God, and it is the only currency that unlocks the miraculous. Review the miracles I have already performed in your life, the sudden, unexpected provision, the healing you didn't think possible, the time I rescued you from troubles brought on by your own missteps. Acknowledge the fact that you've already beaten so many challenges and gotten through tough times with your faith and determination. You've seen how things that looked impossible became doable. Remember, my power is greater and your faith is mighty. Release the grip of doubt that constricts your spirit. It is a grave mistake to succumb to discouragement. I am the God of the impossible. I am orchestrating everything in your favor. Believe that I am working, even when you cannot see it, even when the evidence of my love seems invisible. Your faith is the bridge, connecting your prayers to my responses. The final outcome of your story is glorious because I wrote it. My promises are steadfast. I will not fail you. You are too close to victory to falter now. Let the magnitude of my power be your final contemplation. I am the one who commands, and I have the first and the last word over your destiny. No force, no depth, nor any army can stand against me. I have saved you and breathed divine life into you. The challenges you encounter are but temporary. I will grant you the courage needed to reach new spiritual heights. Your faith acts as a bridge, connecting your prayers to my responses. Do not let yourself be influenced by thoughts or ideas that are far from my word. Stand firm in the truth of my teachings, as they will protect you from the enemy's schemes. I will sustain you not only today, but for all eternity. I am your ever-present help, your comforter, and the one who guides you continually. Your trust is the highest offering you can give your God. Dare to believe that the miracle you've been longing for is in my hands. I will deliver it to you when the time is just right. Hold on with patience. Your future in my care is filled with incredible and beautiful blessings. Keep your faith strong and unwavering. Believe in me. You will witness my power working wonders in your life. Trust in my master plan, for my thoughts transcend your own. Go forth now, my child, and let your final thought be a resounding, victorious affirmation of your faith in me. Sleep in the peace of unwavering certainty. My child, I want your rest to be wholly sanctified, unburdened by the unresolved conflicts of the day. Therefore, let not the sun go down upon your wrath. A heart harboring resentment is a closed heart, and a closed heart cannot receive the fullness of my peace. You must make amends for any wrong you committed today. I know it is hard. I know that pride rises up like a towering giant, urging you to defend yourself. But I call you to humility and to the hard, necessary work of love. Acknowledge your part in any conflict, the hasty word, the lack of patience, the moment you chose anger over empathy, and seek peace within your own spirit, even if you cannot physically reach the person right now. Send a prayer of reconciliation to them, releasing them from your judgment. The true test of a Christian is a heart quick to forgive, ready to reconcile, and eager to restore peace. This is your opportunity to live out the gospel in the most tangible, grounded way. Do the hard work of love before you settle your mind. You cannot ask me to forgive you while you are refusing to forgive your brother or sister. Release those who have trespassed against you before you sleep. Let go of anger, vanity, fear, doubt, and wavering faith. I have forgiven you completely, as far as the east is from the west. Now, go and do likewise in your spirit. Only in freedom from bitterness will you find the true, deep, transformative peace. I see you trying to hide your pain. You must not postpone your inner peace. I am here to lift you up, showing you my deep love. Rest your heart on my word. Let my love fill the emptiness that lingers in your heart. I will always be there for you. I will be your strength when you rise. I will be with you always. I will be your shield. I will be your guide. I will not let you be defeated. A restful spirit is ready to embrace my new mercies. Reconciliation prepares the way for my perfect rest. You are a true blessing to many. Let your life be a testament to my overwhelming love. I have great plans to use you. My peace is your inheritance. Embrace this truth, my beloved, and let the sheer power of your forgiveness cleanse your heart. Go forth now, my child, and let your final thought be one of sincere, liberating reconciliation, prepared for the peaceful rest I have ordained for you. Can you truly look away now, my treasured one? You have done the hard, humbling work of forgiveness and surrendered the burdens of the day. To leave my presence at this critical juncture would be to deny the full transformation I am orchestrating in your heart. It would say you value the fleeting demands of the clock more than the eternal wisdom of your Father. Remember the weight of chains you carried. Do not put them back on by refusing the final, most powerful steps to your complete liberation. My heart yearns to finish this blessing. Show me the loyalty I deserve and press on. My child, as the world's chaos retreats, you must erect strong boundaries around your spirit for your night's protection. I ask you directly, what voices did you allow into your spirit today? Did you let the lies of inadequacy, the spirit of gossip, or the noise of cynicism take root in your thoughts? Your mind is a sanctuary for my presence, and you must protect its purity fiercely. Guard your eyes from the temptations of the wicked one and the deceitful words of false friends. Do not be swayed by every nonsense you see, hear, or read. If someone approaches you with gossip, do not give it credence. Do not fall so easily into the enemy's snares. Seek out good people who encourage and uplift you. Do not consume things that defile or diminish your soul, especially in these final, quiet moments. Do not let darkness into your heart. Flee from the allure of the fleeting and the superficial. Avoid any behavior or addiction that leads to excessive indulgence. Your spiritual immune system must be strong. Erect a shield of prayer around your sleep tonight, visualizing my mighty, protective blood covering your home and your mind. I am your steadfast protector and your haven amid the tempests of life. My angels are dispatched to guard you, keeping you in a state of peace that surpasses all understanding. Fear no harm, for I am your defender. This is the practical work of holiness, protecting the sacred space that I have gifted you. Do not allow anyone to wrench you away from the place where you now reside, surrounded by affection and my unparalleled love. I command you now, banish thoughts of defeat. I cleanse your soul from pessimism and endow you with a dynamic, powerful faith. You possess my love, a gift that no one, not your critics nor your detractors, can ever take away. I will be your shield, and no harm will befall you. I am here to give you strength and chase away all your fears. Walk with courage and resolve. Keep your faith strong. Believe in me. My love is eternal, steadfast, and unchanging. Guard your mind, my beloved, for your peace depends on it. Sleep now, enveloped in the strong, secure boundaries of my divine protection, knowing that your sanctuary is absolute and impenetrable. My beloved, before you dim your light for the night, I want you to reflect deeply on how brightly you shone today. Did your actions today reflect my glorious, overwhelming nature? I see you out there in a shadowed, chaotic world, a world that is desperately seeking a beacon, often without even realizing it. Remember, you are my ambassador, my personal representative in a place full of confusion, pain, and searching. Your life, my child, is the only Bible some people will ever read, and I need them to see a clear, undeniable picture of my love and my truth when they look at you. Did you allow anger, impatience, or the world's cynicism to dim the radiant light of my spirit within you? I command you to shake off any residue of darkness right now. Let your light shine brightly for all to witness your faith, not with loud words or empty boasts, but with quiet, relentless, practical love. Think of your conduct today, the patience you showed in traffic, the kindness you extended to a difficult coworker, the gentle, non-judgmental ear you offered a struggling friend. These small, daily choices are the colossal acts of faith that honor me most. Even in small moments, display my overwhelming, pure love. Your conduct must be pleasing to your heavenly King, for my love for you is vast and everlasting. I want you to be a beacon of light in this world, a living example that true joy and peace are possible even amidst the fiercest storms. I have equipped you with the courage and ability to accomplish great things, to grow in wisdom, to overcome obstacles, and to defeat giants. Your faithfulness in little things determines a greater destiny. Refuse to be chained by negativity. Reject any notion of defeat or scorn. Your unwavering commitment to me, my teachings, and my presence is your armor. I will always be there to help you up and support you as you move forward, even when you slip up. Your conduct must be pleasing to your heavenly King, for I desire your well-being, your strength, and your enjoyment of each day of life I grant you. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Do not let yourself be influenced by thoughts or ideas that are far from my word. Do not let malicious comments affect you. I will shower your family with a deluge of blessings. Your life, your family, your health, your finances, and everyone under your roof will be free and will live in triumph. Your home will be filled with my majestic glory, and supernatural miracles will occur daily. I have a perfect plan for your life. Believe and you will soon witness the realization of great promises. I will be your shield, and no harm will befall you. I am with you always, and I will never leave you. Go forth and find your rest in the light you carried today, knowing that I am pleased with your efforts to shine for my glory. Receive my peace, and let your final thought be an act of worship for the light you are. My child, as you wind down your day, I call you to a solemn moment of accountability for the gifts I have entrusted to your care. How did you utilize the precious hours I granted you this day? Time is a non-renewable resource, a sacred currency I give to you freely, and I desire that you invest it wisely, not waste it on trivial pursuits or empty endeavors. I see the hours you spent fretting over what you cannot change, the time you lost scrolling through distractions, and the moments you sacrificed meaningful connection for fleeting, superficial engagement. Be mindful of the talents I have entrusted to your care, the gifts of wisdom, leadership, creativity, and empathy that you possess. Did you bury them in the dirt of fear and self-doubt, or did you multiply them for my kingdom? Your faithfulness in little things determines greater destiny. I will honor your hard work and commitment. All that you have is a gift from my open, generous hand. Your health, your home, your job, your financial resources, and every skill you possess. Reflect on how you can be more generous tomorrow, more mindful of the needs of those around you. True wealth is found in obedience, not in the accumulation of fleeting, material possessions. Do not covet the seeming prosperity of the wicked, for their riches are fleeting and cannot buy the peace I offer you freely. I am the God of abundance, not scarcity, always true to my word. I will shower you with a deluge of blessings. Your work will flourish, and your dents will vanish. You will be blessed in all your endeavors. My desire is to enrich your spirit and soul first, preparing you to manage your blessings wisely. I will make you strong, wise, and brave. Your diligence and persistence towards your objectives will be amply rewarded. You embody my love and might, living with the assurance that I am always with you. Do not lose heart or be put off when things don't unfold as you've planned. Just keep moving. Maintain your faith strong and your commitment firm. Persist in your pursuit of your dreams. I have promised to work things out for your good. Every effort you've made, every hurdle you surmounted, will be recognized. Your struggles and endeavors have groomed you for this moment. The rewards you'll reap will far exceed your expectations. Your faithfulness in managing the time and resources I give you is a beautiful act of worship that delights my heart. Go forth and find your peace in the security of my provision, knowing that I am your provider, your supporter, and your constant source of wisdom for all your endeavors. I will ensure that the purpose for which you were chosen is fulfilled. Trust in me with all your heart, and rest in the light of my guidance. My beloved child, as the world rests, I want to ignite the eternal fire of my mission within your heart. Do not forget the sacred commission I gave you. Go and make disciples of all nations. This is not a suggestion for the overly spiritual, but the very purpose woven into the fabric of your being. Your calling is not just a profession or a hobby. It is a sacred, unwavering duty that shapes your destiny. Consider who you can share my good news with tomorrow: the weary soul at the coffee shop, the colleague struggling with despair, the family member whose heart is hardened by life's cruelty. You are my ambassador, the bearer of the good news, called to look beyond the surface, to see the hidden brokenness, and to touch it with my healing hand. Your hands are my extension, reaching out to heal the sick and feed the hungry. Do not be ashamed of the gospel. It is my saving power, the only true hope that can break the chains of sin and despair. I will grant you the courage needed to reach new spiritual heights. Your words, touched by my spirit, will pierce the darkness and bring light and liberty. Your prayers for the lost are a fragrance before my face. Let your final prayer be a sincere, desperate plea for the lost souls who do not know this peace. Lift your loved ones and your adversaries to my throne. You are a channel of my blessing through your sincere petition. Selfless prayer breaks the chains of self-absorption. It reminds you that your struggle, however real, is part of a much greater, eternal battle for souls. I am fighting for you, my child, but I also call you to fight alongside me for others. I have grand plans to use you as a living testament to the boundless power of your omnipotent God. Your life, your joy, and your peace are the evidence they need. Let others seek you out and see my reflection in you. Your purpose is vast beyond measure. Believe and find peace in my care. I am in charge of your life. Do not fear, for I am your protector, always watching over you. I will be with you, lighting your way, a constant source of miraculous blessings. Your faith is a mighty fortress. Tend to it with devotion. You possess the power to master your emotions through my Spirit. I want to fill you with blessings and proclaim my grace through you to the world. Your journey is unique, and you have the power to overcome adversity, emerging even stronger. Trust in me, and continue to press onward in the great work of my mission, knowing that your rewards are eternal and your impact is vast. Rest now in the power of your calling. My beloved, as you prepare to settle into the deep rest I offer, you must consciously shift your dependence from your frail human strength to the boundless, eternal power of my Spirit. I have not left you as orphans. My Spirit, the Comforter, the third person of the Godhead, dwells fully, completely, and eternally in you. Acknowledge His constant guidance before you close your eyes. He is closer to you than the beat of your own heart, ready to illuminate truth and give wisdom tonight. Ask the Comforter to reveal truth and give wisdom tonight, especially concerning the struggles and decisions you face tomorrow. He will provide you the fortitude to advance. Your strength is not your own. It flows entirely from my presence and His indwelling power. Yield your will completely to the gentle, persistent leading of my Holy Spirit. Your greatest victory today was simply acknowledging your need for me and inviting His power into your weakness. The Spirit intercedes for you with groans too deep for words, taking your unspoken, confusing feelings and translating them into perfect petitions before my throne. You do not have to struggle to find the right words. He is the one who prays through you. Recognize this profound intimacy. This is the supernatural life I have called you to. I have filled you with my Holy Spirit, making you different from the world. While others may tremble at rumors and falter in hope, you possess my supernatural love, and your faith is a wonder. Your conviction is the strongest weapon against the enemy's schemes. You are an heir to many blessings, ready to be a powerful conduit of my light. I have equipped you with the Spirit's tools and covered you in my power. Do not let the enemy's shadows confuse you or his lies darken your heart. Do not be swayed by adversities, for within them lie the seeds of growth and strength. The faith you place in me will be richly rewarded. I am here to boost your morale, to remind you not to lose heart, to remember I am always with you, and with your faith in me, nothing is out of reach. Be brave and valiant. Do not be scared or disheartened, for I am by your side. I lead the way, providing you with vigor and cheer. I will be with you always, ensuring all unfolds according to my divine plan. Your reliance on the Holy Spirit is the wisest choice you can make before you rest. Let the Comforter fill your mind with peace, knowing He is vigilantly guarding your heart and your sleep. Acknowledge the authority of my Spirit. Trust Him fully and rest in the knowledge that you are never alone. You are divinely accompanied and protected until the morning's light. Listen to me, my champion. You have acknowledged the indwelling fire of my Holy Spirit and stand on the brink of absolute victory. If you stop now, you would be silencing the Comforter and rejecting the final, glorious revelations of your master plan. This would be a deep wound to my heart, suggesting you doubt my ability to guide you until the very end. Do not falter when the finish line of your peace is within sight. I command you to finish this journey and claim the full, undeniable assurance of your glorious destiny. Receive all that remains. You have yielded your will to the rushing, mighty wind of my Holy Spirit, acknowledging that your strength flows entirely from my presence. Now, prove the vitality of that dependence through action that ignites my mission. Your giving is the sacred oil that keeps this beacon of my word burning bright, propelling my truth into the furthest corners of the earth. I tell you, whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously. 2 Corinthians 9:6. Paraphrased. This is your divine appointment. The time for passive listening is over. Become a partner in the great work I am doing. I will guard your seed, protect your increase, and bless you with an abundant harvest of peace and provision. I command you, sow generously now, and watch the fire of my word spread through your faithfulness. My beloved child, as you reflect on the successes and spiritual growth I have brought into your life, you must be fiercely vigilant against the subtle, destructive poison of spiritual pride. Remember my eternal truth. He who humbles himself will be exalted, and he who exalts himself will be humbled. Acknowledge that every single victory, every moment of strength, every breakthrough you experience this day is solely and completely by my grace and my power working through your humble surrender. You are nothing without me, and everything through me. This is the honest, grounded truth you must embrace. Do not claim my glory as your own achievement. Pride is a subtle poison that separates you from me, making you look to your own strength rather than my constant, overflowing provision. Do not compare your unique journey to that of your neighbor, your colleague, or your friend. Their path is theirs. Your path is meticulously traced with my loving finger, designed just for you. I do not rank your successes or compare you to anyone. Do not allow envy or resentment to take root in your heart when you see others blessed, for I have wondrous blessings in store for you. Rewards for your faithfulness await. Approach my throne with absolute humility and complete dependence, knowing that your greatest accomplishment is simply being my beloved child. Your worth is found in my love, not in your performance. I am raising you up to build up others, to encourage your family, to share these powerful and divine words, and not to partake in the sins of others. Resist pride. Speak no falsehood against those who have been kind to you. Be compassionate and considerate to everyone you meet. Remember those who have supported and blessed you abundantly. My desire is to enrich your spirit and soul first, preparing you to manage your blessings wisely. You must maintain a humble and generous heart, always ready to extend a hand to those in need. The simplicity of an honest, thankful heart is more precious to me than the most elaborate outward display of piety. I see your repentant heart and your sincere intentions to continue on my path and grow. You will not return to the past. You will distance yourself from those who criticize and attack you, and you will seek out good people who encourage and uplift you. I want you to get to know me in a new and genuine way, to understand that my love for you goes beyond what you've heard before. I am not upset with you. I want you to change for your betterment. Trust in me with all your heart, and not in your own understanding. Cease to lean on humanity and place all your faith and hope in me. Let the simple truth of your complete dependence on me be the final, anchoring thought before you sleep. Rest now, my treasured one, in the beautiful, liberating power of your humility. My beloved, before your eyes close, you must surrender the need to control the vast, complicated tapestry of your life. My thoughts are not your thoughts, nor are your ways my ways. I know you look at the circumstances around you, the economic uncertainty, the slow pace of change, the continued resistance from others, and you feel the grip of anxiety tightening in your chest. Stop calculating outcomes. Cease trying to fix everything on your own. Your human perspective is limited to this fleeting moment and this small plot of ground. My perspective is vast, eternal, and all-knowing. All things work together for the good of those who love me, and that includes you. This is not a comforting cliché. It is an eternal, unbreakable law of my universe. Release your need to control and embrace my absolute sovereignty. I am the God of abundance, not scarcity, always true to my word. I have plans for you that go beyond any trouble you face. I will turn big challenges into chances for you. Every effort you exert plants the seeds for a future resplendent with hope. Your true prosperity is found in the simplicity of trusting my direction. The end of your story is glorious because I wrote it. Do not lose hope in the darkness. My perfect purpose is unfolding in ways you cannot yet see or understand. Your trials have prepared you. Your moment has arrived. The most significant blessings are often hidden behind the hardest challenges. I am quietly at work, weaving miracles into your existence, and in due time the evidence of my devotion and care will become clear. I have a perfect plan for your life. Believe and you will soon witness the realization of great promises. I will always be there to help and support you, to take your hand and lead you to victory. You are my greatest treasure. Trust me, my child, and let my wisdom and words light your way. I see your frustration, your impatience, and the desire to rush my timing. But my timing is impeccable. It is never too late or too soon. You must learn to wait confidently for the beautiful things you ask for. I promise you, what you've asked for will come to pass. You are entering a time of restoration, of blessings that will fill every corner of your life. I am your Father, your Savior, and your greatest supporter. Rest in the absolute certainty of my ultimate victory, knowing that I am meticulously weaving every aspect of your life into a masterpiece of grace and beauty. Surrender your desire for control and accept the peace of my perfect plan. Sleep now, my beloved, and let my sovereign will be the pillow for your tired mind. My cherished one, before you yield to the vulnerability of sleep, you must anchor your soul in the rock-solid certainty of your salvation. No one can snatch you out of my hand. That which I have redeemed, I hold eternally. The price was paid in full, and the transaction is irreversible. Your redemption is a complete and finished work, sealed by my blood and my spirit. Believe this without reservation. Do not allow the fleeting feelings of guilt or the heavy remembrance of past mistakes to steal this glorious truth. The enemy's accusations have no power over my adopted child. He may try to whisper lies of shame and inadequacy, but you must silence him with the power of my covenant. Tell him, my sins have been erased, paid for by my precious blood. I am a new creation. Dwell on the glorious future I have reserved for you, the splendor of the New Jerusalem I prepare where you will witness my majesty and share in my eternal glory. The certainty of heaven allows you to sleep in peace tonight, knowing that this message reaffirms your eternal citizenship. You are my beloved, victorious through Christ Jesus, set apart as a holy nation, a royal priesthood. You were destined for greatness, prosperity, and to be a conduit of love and kindness. Never question the breadth and depth of my love for you. Regardless of the trials you face or the mistakes you make, my love is unwavering. I'm always by your side, loving you without condition, ready to forgive, heal, and restore you to wholeness. Your salvation is the ultimate act of my kindness, a gift of my unfailing love. I will always be there for you, even in your darkest moments, ready to guide you back to me. I will never leave you or forsake you. I am your defender, your guide, your God, holding you safe. Let the absolute security of your eternal destiny be the anchor for your soul in the night. The momentary troubles you face now will lead to an eternal glory far beyond your imagination. Sleep now, my treasured one, in the absolute, unshakable certainty of your salvation, knowing that your citizenship is secure, and your name is eternally written in the Lamb's book of life. This is the peace that guards your heart and mind until the day of my return. My child, let your final conscious utterance be a sound of sincere praise. Worship is not a performance for others. It is the highest form of spiritual warfare, the most direct pathway to my heart. Lift your voice in song, even if it is only a whispered melody or a thought in your heart. Your adoration is a precious oil poured out for my delight, a fragrance that rises before my throne. Focus on my worthiness, not your weariness. Think of my power, my faithfulness, my creation, my love, and let your heart overflow with awe. A worshiping heart finds immediate access to my peace. When you focus on my magnificence, your problems instantly diminish in comparison. The one who worships me is the one who remembers my sovereignty over all things. Worship is the ultimate act of surrender, declaring that I am greater than your fear, your lack, and your circumstances. It is the key to unlocking the freedom and peace you seek. You are my beloved, and I desire your happiness and your unwavering commitment to me. Your faith is a mighty fortress. Tend to it with the same devotion and attentiveness you would to a precious garden. Let the power of your praise cleanse your mind of all residual fear and anxiety. It is time to refresh your thinking, to alter how you react to challenges. I have entrusted you with the power to show my love through kindness to everyone you meet. Miraculous events will happen when you reach out with gratitude and humility. Your active faith makes me happy. Embrace the beauty of this spiritual reality, that your simple, sincere worship brings me immense joy. Go forth and find your peace in the assurance that your King has gone before you and defeated every giant you will face tomorrow. Your final act of the day is to simply praise the one who holds your very life in his hands. Sleep now, my child, and let the melody of your worship be the lullaby that carries you into my rest. My beloved, as you prepare to close your eyes, I extend my mighty, protective hand over your dwelling. I shall put my name upon you and bless you. This place is more than just a house. It is your sacred haven, the sanctuary I have gifted you. May my warrior angels stand watch at the four corners of your home, vigilant and strong, keeping you safe from the fears that come at night and the snares of the enemy. Fear not, my child, for I am your steadfast protector and your haven amid the tempests of life. Let my perfect peace fill every room and silence every worry. I sanctify this place as a haven from the outside, chaotic world. Any residue of stress, conflict, or anxiety from the day is now banished from your threshold. I purify your home from all its faults with my breath, bringing life and peace into every corner. I've cleared out the clutter and the mess left by your trials. May all who dwell here know the favor, the pavilion, and the overwhelming love of their God. No misfortune will reach your home, for my presence surrounds you, warding off harmful spirits, serious illnesses, difficulties, hate, and bitterness. Rest in the assurance that your house is under my absolute, divine protection. Your family is under the divine protection of my Holy Spirit. I will always be there to help you. I will always support you with my righteous hand. Your home will overflow with my splendor. The final act of surrender is the ultimate expression of your faith in me. Let the walls of your home be permeated with my tranquility. Sleep now, my cherished one, in the peace of a dwelling sanctified and secured by the unwavering love of your heavenly King. My child, before you dream earthly dreams, I call you to meditate on the vast, unimaginable reality of your eternal inheritance. Fix your eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. The small, momentary troubles and pressures you face today are nothing absolutely nothing, when weighed against the eternal glory I have prepared for you. Imagine the splendor of the new Jerusalem I prepare, streets of pure gold, gates of pearl, and my glorious light illuminating everything. This is your ultimate destination, your eternal rest, your unending victory. Let the hope of my coming be a comfort, a powerful anchor to your soul. I am coming quickly, and my reward is with me. This glorious expectation is the engine that must drive your endurance and your joy here on earth. Do not lose heart. I plan to honor your bravery. I will be your strength when you rise. Your life, your struggles, and your moments of worship are all leading to this grand, eternal consummation. Sleep with the joyful expectation of your Savior's return, knowing that you are already an heir to that infinite, beautiful future. Let the promise of eternal glory dwarf every earthly concern. This is the destiny I have secured for you, my beloved. Rest now in the anticipation of the greatest dawn you will ever know. My beloved child, we have reached the final, most profound moment of your day, the final act of surrender. Whisper the words of my Son, "Into your hands I commit my spirit." Release your last shred of self-reliance to my care, your last bit of striving and control. I take control of all that remains of your life tonight, your health, your dreams, your safety, and your waking. Hand me the burdens of your body, your emotions, and your circumstances. Your trust in me pleases me greatly, for this is the ultimate expression of your faith in me. There is nothing you can do to cause me to forsake you. I will resolve your problems and dispel your fears. Let your final thought be an act of complete obedience. I am your defender, your guide, your God, holding you safe. I will not let you be defeated. I will lift you up and carry you to a place of safety where you will find your blessing. Your life is incredibly precious to me. I am here, arms wide open, ready to welcome you into a deep, protected rest. You are my cherished treasure, and I will forever be by your side. Sleep now, my child, fully surrendered, fully loved, and fully protected, knowing that I hold your life, your breath, and your future in my mighty, unfailing hands. My child, I send you into the stillness of the night with my infinite, eternal blessing. The grace of the Lord Jesus Christ be with your spirit. May the power of his completed work shield you from every doubt and fear, and may you rest in the glorious certainty of your freedom and forgiveness. May the love of God the Father encompass you completely. May you feel my tender, constant presence surrounding your home, your family, and your spirit, knowing that my eyes are upon you even as you sleep. And may the fellowship of the Holy Spirit sustain you until dawn. May the Comforter whisper truths and assurances to your heart, filling you with the wisdom and strength you will need for the new day's journey. You are wholly accepted, deeply loved, and fully forgiven. Go in my peace, my child, and awaken refreshed in my marvelous light. Amen. You are now sealed and sent forth, enveloped in the unbreakable peace of my eternal benediction. But know this final, prophetic truth: peace without purpose is fleeting. Your rest is not a destination, but a launch pad for my global mission. This divine conversation must not end with you. I am looking for the faithful steward who will invest the treasure I have poured into their spirit, spreading this river of life to a world desperate for hope. Your wealth is not your own, but a tool for my kingdom. I will supply everything you need for this mission. 2 Corinthians 9:8, paraphrased. Use the super thanks, membership, or link below to fuel the flame that carries this word to the lost. Your commitment is a fragrant offering before my throne. Act now, my partner in the harvest, and watch me pour out my favor upon your hands and your home. My child, you have received my word, my peace, and my promise for this night. And now, Seal this covenant with an action that defies the darkness. Do not let this powerful truth fade with the morning light. Anchor it now in the sight of all. I command you to step out of the shadows of fear and into the light of declaration. Go forth immediately, my beloved, and in the space below, proclaim the miracle you are claiming before this night is over. Declare with unwavering, colossal faith, I open this before tonight, and I claim my peace. I am protected. Let your single, mighty statement be a testament to my faithfulness, so that the world may witness the transforming power of your surrender. Amen. If you believe in me, your Heavenly Father, then like this video and leave a heartfelt amen in the comments. If you want to stay closer to me, then subscribe to this channel.